They said it can never be done. They said that I wasn't gonna do part 2 of this. They said I was gonna stop right there and just end it off out of spite. But what they fail to understand is that they have to read the title before commenting. They have to watch the full thing before commenting. Okay. Hey guys, it's me, Greeny here. Now, you probably might be wondering, hey Greeny, why are you so happy all of a sudden? Well, I regret to inform you that throughout all the entirety of the last live stream, I've been so negative. And honestly, why in the world would I be negative about a great platform known as YouTube Shorts? I know YouTube Shorts and YouTube are like from the same platform, but honestly, who cares? Who cares if they're from the same platform? Who cares that I had to suffer through and watch 250 of them, which actually turned out to be 120, because it can only my brain can only tolerate that much. What it matters now is that I'm just gonna get through them. With all of them are with all the smiley attitude, with enough positive energy I can withstand. But first, as requested, I am going to check out 27 Media's channel. I wonder what masterpieces do they have. And we're back. All right. Let's get started. Now, unfortunately, I kind of exiled the incognito window. But am I upset? No. Because fortunately for me, I finally found the OG video where I last left off. And also, I got the list right here. Last time, I ended off with 120 shorts. I watched 120 of them. That is crazy. I feel like people could only watch 100 or maybe 90 of them without having their brains fried and their spirits crushed and them getting angry. Honestly, I don't even know what to say anymore. Let's just get right into it. Alright, so this is the OG video I was talking about, and I watched it already, but let's watch it again.
He talks about the difference between how girls make plans versus guys. Because with girls, they make them months in advance. I've met a girl before that had her next 6 months planned out in a calendar day by day. But for guys, it's way different because my friend recently got married, but we haven't talked a lot the past couple years. So when I saw him post on social media that he proposed to his girlfriend, I wasn't sure if I would get invited to the wedding. So about 6 months went by and I never received an invitation. So I figured I just didn't make the list. But then randomly, I get a phone call from him. So I pick it up and he goes, "Yo man, long time no see. What are you doing on November 9th? And I was like, November 9th as in tomorrow? And he goes, yeah. So I tell him I'm not doing anything. And then he's like, oh, bet. Well, do you want to come to my wedding? So then I said, aren't you supposed to invite people months in advance? But apparently, the only reason I got an invitation is because someone else couldn't make it. So I just filled the spot. I'll take it, though. Free food is free food. Nobody.
It'll be even wonderful if the background doesn't have one of those satisfying. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Everything on YouTube Shorts sucks. I mean, there's probably a few positives out there, but this is probably the worst challenge I've ever done. Let's see if I get over the record. I'm probably going to regret it, but who cares? As long as I watch 150. Wait, no. Let me look at the title again. As long as they watch 250 cringe shorts, then I am definitely done with this baloney. I don't care if it's 1 hour. I don't care if it's 2 hours. I don't care if it's 3 hours. I don't care if it's 5 hours. Heck, I don't even care if it's 10 hours. I am watching and beating this challenge no matter what. Next year.
Did you know if you replace the D from Digger and replace it with the first letter of your name, you get a really cool nickname?
Oh my god, they're so corny. Look, man. I don't know about you. I feel so bad for the people. I feel so bad for the people. I'm sorry. It's just that these types of joke. It's just that like I don't even know. I don't even know what to say anymore. If you guys are named Nemo, then all respects to you. If you guys are named Nathaniel Noah, honestly, my respect to you. And to all the names that starts with what? No. No. It's just like I just can't with these edgy tryhards. Like, oh, Roblox. Bro, what am I listening to? This doesn't sound like music. This just straight up sound like noise. Like, do they have to like choke Miku do they have to like strangle Miku in order to make this song? No. Let's just move on.
This is a robbery! Give me everything!
Oh great! Another
I can't. What? This is a robbery!
Oh great, the first animated one so far. And I heard they haven't credited the animators since. Also, I heard they're using AI now. Fantastico.
This is a robbery! Give me everything! I can't. What? I can't. I will blow your head off! I said give me everything! I can't! She was my everything! But she left me! And now it's nothing! Damn, bro. My bad. This is a
Whipped cream challenge.
Nah, man. Aw, man, I ran into the normal videos. I don't want the normal. I just want the shout out for brightening my day in the large dystopian world known as YouTube Shorts. Great.
Look at me.
Wait, toma.
Tomato.
Toma.
Where tomato? Hey, let me.
Ashley!
Who me switched it up? 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 Who me switched.
Okay, this is like a normal video so far. You know, I am not the type of person who should be viewing normal videos. No, I'm here for the cringe videos. I'm honestly here for the cringe, not for the normal and sane. I want my brain to turn to mush. I want to feel angry. No, okay. Okay, just no.
I know everybody.
Next.
Okay, I'm gonna put a song on, okay?
Great.
If I hear a cuss word, I'm gonna give you this hand.
Okay, deal.
My name is Diego, and my life is so sick. I have a lot of money, and I have a big house. I'm telling you now, all these other rappers suck. come into my bed so me and you can cuddle. I'm the world's dopest puppet. I'm gonna be so rich. I don't like my wife because she's a big pain.
Yo, Dad, I'm gonna put a song on.
Oh, you think your parents are strict? Well, one time, me and my friends really wanted to go snowboarding, but we knew our friend Aaron wouldn't be allowed to go because his parents would just say no. So he decided to lie and tell his parents he was sleeping over at my house. And he left his phone in my room while we went snowboarding. So when his mom checked his location, it looked like he was just hanging out with me. And we thought he got away with it until we got back. Because Aaron got his phone from my house and he had a bunch of missed calls from his mom. Apparently, she found out we went snowboarding. But how did she know this, you ask? She put an AirTag in his shoe a while ago without him knowing, just in case he ever turned his location off.
Oh,
And you may think he just
that's
got
nice.
grounded or something and that's the end of it, but no. Because the next time we hung out, he had something wrapped around his leg, so we asked what it was, and it was an ankle monitor. His mom forced him to wear it when hanging out with us now because she didn't trust him. I can't believe he got put on parole by his own mother. Oh, you think...
I think I should put this at high volume. This is gonna be painful though. Bro, what is this? This sounds like booty.
Why am I under arrest?
You committed like 50 crimes.
Like what?
You were roasting your brother.
I always do. He's my brother.
You were at a barbecue.
Okay, mistakes happen. That was one
Yeah, just arrest me. Okay.
Respawn by
Grandpa, what's that, Sonny? I found a nickel on the ground. Well, that's just wonderful. Remember to put it in your piggy bank. I also found a key buried in your backyard. Oh, well, don't pay no mind to that key. Grandpa doesn't know anything about that. And then I found an abandoned shed that the key unlocks. Oh, that sure is strange. And then I went in the shed and I found a hidden door that leads underground. You shouldn't be doing that now. And then I found a shotgun and a bunch of skeletons, and one of them had Grandma's clothes on it. I miss Grandma. Me too. Crazy how she just disappeared like that. And then there was one guy that looked all tired and hungry, and he begged me for help. Well, what'd you do? I shot him. Well, that's just wonderful.
Okay. Well, who did he shoot, though? I mean, he could shoot anyone. I mean, sure, he just, like, blocks anyone. I hope it isn't, like, anything too specific. Because if so, then we're gonna have a problem.
Nobody talks about how scary it was when the principal
great.
came to your classroom during school. Because I remember one time during class, all the students were talking. But the moment that door opened and we saw that it was the principal, the whole class immediately went silent. You would have thought she was a military leader with how scared she made everyone without even saying anything. She walked in and I was like, should I salute her or something? I don't know. But what was so funny about when the principal came to our class was our teacher would turn from the meanest person ever to the kindest. All of a sudden, someone would answer a question and the teacher would be like, good job, Anthony. You're so smart. Even though just 2 days ago, she told Anthony he's going to be working at Walmart when he graduates. But what was really scary was when the principal would sit down next to you. Because she sat down next to me a couple times and she would be like, what are you working on? And my hand would be shaking and I'd be like, I don't know. I was watching LeBron highlights. Then 5 minutes later, she would just vanish. I don't think my heart rate has been that high since. Nobody talks about how scary.
Congratulations, it's a girl. Aw, a girl? What do you want to name her, honey? Remember the first night we met when you got me red roses? Yes, of course I remember. How could I ever forget that? When we were attacked by super aliens and they kidnapped your entire family? Yes. And they only left your grandpa because he was old and he was gonna die soon anyway? Yes, honey, I remember. And you told me that night that you hated fish? Yes, I guess I said that. What do you want to name the kid? Anyway, when I went back home that night, I slept and I dreamt of beautiful red roses. So I told myself whenever I have a baby girl, I'm gonna name her Rose. Oh, okay, baby. That makes a lot of sense, I guess. Welcome home, Rose. Oh, another girl. Yes, Habibti, another girl. Can I return her and get a refund?
Look, listen. I'm about to say something right now. Let me make one thing clear. You can make whatever you want to make. Like, sure. If you want to add very satisfying videos right here, which I assume you probably didn't own, then good for you. All power to you. But if you had to put in, like, any stories or any other funny videos, funny quotations, by the way, any videos that you think is funny, and you mash them together, then that defeats the purpose of entertainment. Instead, it is just viewed as eye candy. What a wonderful dystopian world known as YouTube Shorts.
What? You get 18 girls and see how it feels like. So yalla, what do you want to name her? I don't know, honey. Falafel? Habibi, no. Falafel is food. I don't care. Her name is Falafel. Yalla, let's get out of here. I don't want to miss my football. Congratulations.
Am I supposed to find this funny? Like, I'm being for real.
Congratulations.
Why do our backs?
This is how you spot a toxic player. First, look at their avatar. If they are wearing an anime avatar or have an emo look, chances are they are toxic. They usually have Garou or Saitama equipped, and they're not here to make friends. But looks alone aren't enough. Next, watch how they act after losing. Toxic players love to spam EZ, skill issue, or trash the moment they get clapped. Then, check what they do during the match. Toxic players team up on weaker players, acting like they're the main character.
This isn't even fair!
And the final test, beat them once. If they rage quit, call you a hacker, or challenge you to a 1v1 with 2,000 words per minute. Congratulations. You found a wild, toxic player. This is how you...
Growing up ugly is crazy because now whenever people flirt with me, I don't trust it. Because when I was
Wait, growing up ugly? That's only what you are.
a little kid, I got asked out by this girl, but her whole friend group was there when she did it. So I was like, oh, sick. A girl likes me? Heck yeah, I'll go out with you. But right after I said yes, she went, just kidding. And her whole friend group laughed. So from this point on, I had my guard up anytime a girl interacted with me. But then when I got to high school, I was kind of shy, but this one girl would always go out of her way to have conversations with me. And she would laugh at almost everything I said, even when it wasn't funny. So I was like, okay, what trick is this girl trying to pull on me? But then one day, this guy in our class was like, dude, why don't you ask her out? And I said, what are you talking about? Then he was like, well, she clearly likes you. So I was like, oh, I see what's going on here. You guys are pulling a prank on me. So I just stopped talking to her completely so I wouldn't get embarrassed. But then last week, I randomly saw her and she was like, yeah, I totally had a crush on you in high school. But it's too late now because she's engaged and I still have nothing. Growing up ugly.
Why is this comment here? What? Is it?
John, you have served your time for 20 years.
Wait. Am I tripping or have I seen this video before? Hold up. Let me just go to my stream real quick. My last stream real quick. Hang on. Yeah, I think I'm crazy.
You are free to go.
Free? But I have been in here for too long. What am I gonna do out there? I should go and find a job.
Sorry, we are not hiring criminals.
But I served my time. I'm just an ex-criminal.
Same thing. Now get out of my store.
Nope, you have no experience.
You are too old for this job, old man.
Maybe this world doesn't have place for me anymore, huh? I robbed that bakery before. Wait, I do have a place for me.
Hello? Please help us. We are being robbed. I'm coming, ma'am.
Huh? About time. I'm tired of waiting.
Why did you do that to get caught again, John?
I miss this place, officer. Out there, no one would hire an ex-criminal like me. I got nothing to eat. I have to sleep under the cold rain. In here, the prison's food tastes weird, but it fills my belly. The bed is rock hard, but it keeps me from the rain. I could not ask for more.
Like, subscribe and comment to tell me how can I help him. Wait, you don't have Robux?
I don't know. Wait.
Click.
No. That is a sin right there. This person right here had just committed an unforgivable sin. If you think that everyone is going to click on your channel and then click on the link that is associated to guarantee to give you free Robux, you're dead wrong. Nuh-uh. Now, kids, this is why you don't trust people who said, hey, come here to get free Robux. Because every once in a blue moon, you'll have your money stolen. As well as like your bank accounts being depleted. And worst of all, you'll get the worst beating of all time. And for that, is Cringe.
What's the darkest thing a teacher ever did to you? In 8th grade, I had a teacher named Mr. Dunlap who made it pretty clear he had favorites.
Bang.
And I wasn't one of them. No matter what I did, it was never good enough. I got extra homework, harsher grades, and endless comments about how I wasn't trying hard enough. The final straw? We had to write an essay about someone we admired. I poured my heart into it, writing about my grandma who—
Whoa. I thought he was about to jump off.
raised me. It wasn't fancy, but it was honest. When he handed the papers back, mine had a giant red D on it with a note. Maybe aim higher next time. No feedback, no help, just that. I wanted to disappear, but instead I stayed quiet and made a plan. At the end of the year, the district ran a writing contest. Big deal. Scholarships, awards. Mr. Dunlap strongly suggested we submit our essays, but only his favorites, not me. I entered anyway. Same exact essay, didn't change a word. I won first place. Full scholarship to a summer writing program. My name was announced in front of the whole school, and the principal made Mr. Dunlap hand me the certificate on stage. He had to smile for the camera while dying inside. I just smiled back and said loud enough for the microphone to catch it. Guess I aimed just fine after all. Sometimes the best revenge is proving the person who doubted you will never be the person who defines you. He gave me a D, I turned it into a standing ovation. What's—
Now, don't get me wrong. I do find it short cringe because of the AI generated story, because of the stories, being told by an AI, and the satisfying and the popping up text. But sometimes they mistreat you for no reason. There are certain times where thank you. There are certain times where people just mistreat you for no reason. And honestly, I often feel bad for them when they're being mistreated this way. And it's even worse when it's when it doesn't have an intent to be mean, or even worst of all, it's even worse when they're nice about it. Yep.
3 words, Ole.
Whoa, I got a timer up here.
Devin, this is your magic timer. You can set the time when you want to receive a superpower.
Well, I want to receive mine in like 10 seconds.
Oh my god, what have you done? Hey, how much time until you receive your power?
10 years.
What? How come you put it for such a long time?
I don't...
Have you... Now, I was about to say some real things to you, because you probably didn't know that this magic timer right here only runs in years. But no, it's his friend's fault for not even telling him how this timer works.
I don't know. What makes you think we actually get a power? Maybe nothing will happen.
Each of you has a timer above your head that indicates when you receive your power.
Has anyone set a timer for a
Why
short
didn't you
amount of
explain
time?
that
Yeah,
earlier?
basically everyone here did.
Today's the day.
Power activated.
Alright, I'm off to work.
Safe drive. Wait, Dad, don't go.
Why?
Because the brake's broken. Just trust me. Oh my God. Grandpa?
Are you crazy? Why are you calling me at 2 a.m.?
I'm sorry, but promise me you'll never drink milk ever again.
What is this nonsense? I was about to have a glass.
Please, just listen to me.
Okay, fine, I'll think about it. And that's why you carry the 4 in this equation.
What the heck?
Meet your new teacher, Ms. Cantwell.
Oh, great! Another one of those videos. Honestly, I'm not even surprised. Of course they will put the show's clip on the top and then the mobile game on the bottom. I can't stand these types of videos. I don't even know why, but these videos is enough to annoy me. Stop.
Well,
Lisa Simpson, hi.
If I have any apples that need polishing, I'll let you know.
Lisa,
free play.
But I am playing.
Ugh, bullpie, you're trying to get ahead of the other children. Well done, 𝓕𝓷𝓵. Well, here's another one.
Here's mine.
B.
Is it possible I've met a teacher who doesn't like me?
Yeah. What's the matter, sweetie?
I have a bully at school.
Did you tell the teacher?
My bully is my teacher.
Well, sir, I want you to get rid of Lisa's bully teacher.
Ooh, there's only one way. The nuclear option. Miss Cantwell?
Yes?
I have a new student for your class.
Yo.
Well, I can't see what harm one kid could do. I just went to the bathroom for 2 minutes.
I know.
Hey.
Posted a video online.
Stupid Lisa, stupid. Okay, you've won. You've driven me out.
Why are they showing me this? Why?
Out of this plum substitute
wild.
teaching job.
Meet your new teacher.
Maybe I just.
But all seriousness aside, this is a L video. Yeah, right here, just like, you know, where they just like randomly put shows on the top of the screen and the mobile game ads on the bottom, and then they just have captions where we probably don't need any captions. There's closed captions for a reason.
Just noticed $400 is missing from our account. Did you take it?
I don't know.
Oh, that's so weird then. I'm gonna call the bank.
No, don't do that.
Why not? I need to make sure we haven't been hacked or something.
All right, I'm really sorry, baby. I took it.
For what? Why was there any need to lie?
I know I'm really sorry. I just thought you were going to be really mad. You want me to be honest?
Of course. That's what I wanted from the start.
My dad's not doing well at all. I wanted to send him some money for medicine.
Oh my God. I'm really sorry to hear that. Just make sure he's okay.
Of course, baby. You are so sweet. Thank you for understanding.
Hey, darling, more medicine?
Yeah, I'm sorry, baby, but he needed it.
Of course, my love. I was just making sure. By the way, do you want to hang out tonight? Maybe grab some dinner?
I was actually thinking of stopping by to see him.
Oh, really? It's like a 2-hour drive. Do you want me to take you?
No, it's fine. I was planning to go right from work.
Oh, shoot. So I might not even see you at all tonight.
Probably not, baby, but tomorrow...
Tomorrow you won't be able to walk.
Oh, wow. That's what I like to hear.
See you soon, baby.
See you.
Baby, $800? What did you buy?
Is there a problem?
I mean, I'm really just wondering. What could be that much? I think your dad is good on medicine.
It's not just medicine, you asshole. I stocked up his fridge on groceries for the next 3 months, and I bought him a heater. His house is freezing during the winter.
I understand, baby. You're just being the best daughter you can be, and I respect that.
Yeah, thanks. And just so you know, it is a shared account. I put as much money as you put into it.
I know. I just want to make sure we are using that money wisely and not spending it on stupid things.
So, my dad is a stupid thing to spend money on?
I didn't say that. I clearly stated that I think it's going to a good use.
Whatever.
You gonna be home soon?
Don't think so. He asked if I could stay another night.
Oh, okay. Just let me know if you need anything.
Thank you.
Baby, I was thinking I'll be around the area tonight since I'm helping out my friend down there. You want me to stop by and bring you guys some food?
I already told you I stocked up his fridge with food.
Okay, maybe just to say hello then?
It's fine, baby, trust me. He doesn't like too much going on. He only likes my company.
All right, talk in a bit then. Alexa, where the are you?
With my dad? What are you
You can now check part 2 by pressing share then more.
This is AI generated imagery. I should probably put on a stopwatch or something. Heck, I might as well put on a stopwatch if I think I reach 150.
Baby,
I've always been on.
Behind me is a TV, and this is Jeremy. For every second Jeremy keeps his hand on that TV, I will give him $1.
Never get into an Uber if the driver seems weird, because I got into an Uber the other day and the driver was a little creepy from the start, but I was like, whatever, no big deal. But then he took a wrong turn and I was like, excuse me, sir, I think you missed the turn. And he said, don't worry, I know a shortcut. But he kept going in the wrong direction. So I was like, oh, I know what's going on here. I'm getting kidnapped. At least that's what I thought was happening. So he continued driving and I kept trying to make excuses for him to let me out of the car. Like there was McDonald's on the side and I was like, sir, you could just drop me off here. I'm feeling pretty hungry. And he says, Oh, I can't do that. I gotta take you to the destination in the app or else I'll get in trouble. I mean, you've taken like 10 wrong turns already, but yeah, stopping at McDonald's is what's gonna get you in trouble. So anyways, 2 minutes later, he pulls into an elementary school parking lot and I'm thinking, there's no way this man's allowed within 500 feet of this place. But he went in anyway, and you know what he did? He picked up a kid from school. He went 25 minutes out of the way to pick his kid up from school. And honestly, I respect that. But why are you driving me too? But that's not even the funniest part. After the kid gets in the car, he looks me up and down like this and goes, "What's up, Holmes?" First of all, you are 7. Why do you talk like that? And second of all, never get into an Uber if the...
When people ask why I'm not in our family pictures, I'm going to tell them the truth. When I was little, I used to love picture day. I'd put on my best clothes, practice my smile in the mirror, and hope maybe this time I'd get to be part of the real family photo. But every year, it was the same. My parents, my siblings, smiling together in perfect poses. And me, standing off to the side, holding everyone's coats, taking the photos, or just plain left out. They always had excuses. You blinked too much. We didn't have time to wait for you. It's just easier this way. I believed them for a long time. Thought maybe I really wasn't photogenic enough or important enough. The final straw was my mom's birthday last year. Huge party, professional photographer. Everyone lined up for the official family portrait. When I tried to step in, my aunt joked, maybe take one with your friends instead. Everyone laughed. I smiled like it didn't hurt, but inside something snapped. I stopped showing up after that. Stopped forcing myself into a picture they never saved a spot for. Now when people flip through albums and ask, where were you? I'm done making up stories. I'm going to tell them the truth. I was there. I just wasn't wanted in the frame. Sometimes the hardest pictures to look at are the ones you're not even missing from.
3, 2.
When people ask why I just wasn't wanted in the frame. Sometimes the hardest pictures to look at are the ones you're not even missing from. You were erased before the camera even clicked. When people ask why...
3, 2.
Wait, is that an AI-generated Roblox character? Roblox weakness exposed. Free Robux forever. And that is going to be in my cringe list.
3, 2, 1.
You pause it at the right time. A secret website link will appear, granting you an unlimited number of Robux.
3,
probably
2.
I only have 5 steps, but there's free money right there. What? She disappeared!
Now it's your turn. Ha ha ha.
I only have 18 steps left!
I need to deliver this pizza to the hospital, but I have no more steps.
I'll deliver it for you!
Thank you.
Now I only have 12 steps!
For just 10,000 Robux, you can win this amazing phone.
Oh no! I have to warn him. Hey, he's trying to scam you!
You're finished, little brat.
Oh my god, thank you! What do I do now? I only have 7 steps left!
If you come to me, I'll give you 100 more steps.
Oh my god, I have to go! I made it! Where are my steps?
Ha ha ha, just kidding, I fooled you. Goodbye.
I can't believe it!
Emergency account test. Nerd, to prove you're not a bot, run to that sign.
Okay, I'm not a bot!
Great, now you run to that sign or you'll be banned.
Oh, right. Oh no, I have 0 steps left. If I walk, I'll disappear.
If you don't go now, I'll ban you.
Hurry, every like and sub gives Max +1 step. You don't have Robux? Then click the link in my bio. I only have 5 steps.
Bro, how many of these Roblox scams are going on? I'm honestly flabbergasted. That none of these people are called out for scamming little kids. Like, it is just wonderful that they didn't even bother to call out people who just scammed. Instead, they call out people who honestly, I'm not even mad at this point, but it's just, I'm surprised they've never been caught. I'm surprised they're never put in jail. Like, you could be put in jail. Like, it's just amazing that we got 2 scams, 2 free Roblox scams in a row. Honestly, I kind of wish we're gonna encounter the third scam for the 3rd time in a row. But honestly, it's YouTube Shorts. You'll never get your happiness.
American dads versus British dads food shopping. American dads. Okay, here's the list, and whatever you do, don't forget the milk. Sure thing, honey bun. Oh, and take our little angel with you. We're going on an adventure. We sure are.
Right, remember? We just gotta stick to the list.
But look at that. Well, that is nice. Should we get it? Why not? And that, add it to the cart. Like 10 minutes later. How much did you buy? Listen, what happens at the store stays at the store. Am I right? Sure thing, Pop. And where's the milk? If you need me, I'll be at the store. Versus British dads. Right, here's the list. Got it. Oh, and take him. Oh, I don't want to go either. Get in the car. Right, we're here and we're on a mission. Got it? All right, whatever you say, Dad. Sweet, don't slow me down. 10 minutes later. Your Majesty. Oh, you got everything then? Yeah, everything off your list. Then where's Johnny? Not again. Do we really need him? You get in that car and you get off now. I swear, this parent is like...
This is your warning to not shop at Walgreens because my mom works there and they get robbed every single day in like the most bizarre ways. Like the other day, she got home from work and I said, "How was your day?" And she said, "Oh, we got robbed again." And I said, "What happened this time?" And she said, "A guy came into the store, didn't say a word, walked behind the cash register, somehow knew the passcode to the cash register, typed it in, took all the money out, and then walked back out of the store without saying a word." I said, "Did anyone try to stop him?" She said, "No, we're not supposed to." Yeah, for minimum wage, I wouldn't either. And she says this as if it's just a normal Tuesday. Like there was another time where she came home and she was like, "Oh, we're getting robbed right now." I said, "Right now?" And she said, "Yeah, but my shift ended, so I just clocked out." I said, "You clocked out during a robbery?" And she was like, "Yeah, the guy's been robbing the store for 3 hours." I said, "How does a robbery take 3 hours?" And she was like, "Well, he came in and we recognized him because he's robbed us before. So we called the cops, and when the cops came..." This is your warning to not shop at Walgreens because
my friends and I always saw a man planting seeds in the garden. We laughed at him every single time, for no real reason. He would water the soil, but nothing ever seemed to grow. He's crazy, we said. Nothing will ever grow here. But the man never got mad. He just kept planting, kept watering. Then one day, it rained hard, and we ran to his house for shelter. He opened the door and let us in without saying a word. Inside, there was a photo hanging on the wall, the man and a woman standing in a beautiful garden. "Who's that?" I asked. The man looked at the picture with quiet, sad eyes. "That's my wife," he said. "She always dreamed of growing a garden. Before she passed away, she asked me to do it for her. So every day I come out and water the ground." We sat there, feeling heavy with guilt. The next day, we came back, but this time we came to help. We planted, we worked, we stood by his side. Months later, the garden was full of life. And we helped the man fulfill his wife's final wish. If you think we did the right thing, drop a heart and subscribe. My friends and I always saw a man planting seeds in the garden. We laughed at him every single time, for no real reason. He would water the soil, but nothing ever seemed to grow. "He's crazy," we said. "Nothing will ever grow here." But the man never got mad. He just kept planting, kept watering. Then one day, it rained hard, and we ran.
You've given birth.
My friends and I always saw a man. If you think we did the right thing, drop a heart and subscribe. My friends and I always saw a man planting seeds in the garden. We laughed at him every single time, for no real reason. He would water the soil, but nothing ever seemed to grow. "He's crazy," we said. "Nothing will ever grow here." But the man never got mad. He just kept planting, kept watering. Then one day, it rained hard, and we ran to his house for shelter. He opened the door and, before she passed away, she asked me to do it for her. So every day I come out and water the ground. We sat there, feeling heavy with guilt. The next day, we came back, but this time we came to help. We planted, we worked, we stood by his side. Months later, the garden was full of life. And we helped the man fulfill his wife's final wish. If you think we did the right thing, drop a heart and subscribe. My friends and I all...
You've given birth to 2 bacon twins.
My sons are going to become scientists.
No, they'll be fighters. That way, they can help me with my plans.
What are you planning, Karen?
A nerdy kid is useless.
But they're my kids too.
Shut up, I'll take one, and you can throw the other in the trash.
What?
Mom, I just robbed the cafe.
You're my pride and joy, dear.
Next up is the bank. I got an A+ on today's.
That's some straight up sociopath right here. Daily life of Greg Heffley.
Test, Dad.
I expected nothing less from you, son.
And I've also started developing a cure for a rare disease.
My son is stronger than the Hulk.
And mine is smarter than Einstein.
Just because he beat all the levels in Bricks King.
My son doesn't need to prove anything to you.
Wait, is that my evil brother? I'm going to make you eat your words. Holy moly, I look like a chicken next to him. I've got an idea. How about a little present? A war tank? This one has special controls. Let someone really strong check it out. Looks like I got rid of him.
I'll finish you off.
Stay away from him.
And what's an idiot like you gonna do?
Every like is a kick in Karen's butt.
Wait, you don't have Robux? Click in the link in my bio.
Every time.
They forgot my birthday again.
Lily's birthday is next week.
Yay, my birthday. Then that will be the biggest birthday party. Thanks, Mom.
I don't belong here.
No fact.
Hey kid, why are you here alone?
No one cares about me. Today is my birthday, but no one remembers.
Oh then, I have something for you. Happy birthday, kid. That's all I can give you.
Thank you, Grandma.
But wait, isn't the cupcake gonna get soggy? I'm just questioning everything that's happening.
You're the only one who cares about me.
It's time for you to go home now. Your mother must be very worried.
It's her, officer. Quinn, stay away from that crazy woman.
Mom, why are you here?
You kidnapped my child, didn't you?
No, I was just...
Come with me, ma'am.
No, she was just helping me.
Do you know how worried I was, Quinn?
Worried? You didn't even remember my birthday. You, Lily, and stepdad never care about me.
Yeah.
Am I that bad? Like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments.
They forgot my...
Yeah, you're that bad. Yeah. Jokes aside, though. That seems to be like the normal one out of these like, you know, Roblox shorts. So I'm gonna guess I had to let it slide.
People who hate your birthday, what ruined it? Since my parents
great,
divorced when I was
another
11,
cringy
they had
video.
maintained this exhausting "Who loves you more" contest. Every birthday became a battleground where they tried to outshine each other, not for my happiness, but to prove something to themselves. This year, my mom had planned a reasonably nice party at home with friends. She'd gotten me the laptop I'd been saving for. Practical, thoughtful, and honestly all I really wanted. My dad, however, had been mysteriously hinting at something life-changing for weeks. He arrived at the party wearing a suit, which was bizarre since it was just a casual backyard gathering. His new girlfriend Tara was with him, dressed equally formally and filming everything on her phone. After cake, Dad made a big show of handing me a small box with car keys inside. Everyone gasped as he announced he'd bought me my first car, a decision he'd made without consulting my mom, who looked stunned. "It's parked right out front," he declared, urging everyone to come see. My friends rushed excitedly to the street while I followed in awkward confusion. There sat a bright yellow convertible with an enormous bow, flashy, impractical, and nothing like anything I would have chosen. "Go on, take it for a spin around the block," Dad insisted, clearly playing to Tara's camera. That's when my uncle, Mom's brother, whispered something to my mother, whose expression changed from shock to determination. She stepped forward. "Actually, Zach can't drive it today," she said calmly. "Why not?" my dad demanded. "I already added him to my insurance." "Because he failed his driving test yesterday," my mom replied. He was too nervous to tell anyone. The silence was excruciating. Everyone turned to look at me and I wanted to disappear. It was true. I'd failed my test spectacularly after missing too many practice sessions because of my parents' complicated custody schedule. My dad's face flushed with anger and embarrassment. "You didn't think to mention this before I bought the car," he snapped at me. "You didn't think to ask if I even wanted a car?" I shot back, finally losing my cool. "Or if I passed my test? Or what kind of car I might like? Or if Mom and I could even afford the insurance and gas?" Tara was still filming, which made everything worse. They both left with the car. My friends made awkward excuses to head home early, and I locked myself in my room. Dad sold the car the following week, and I haven't talked to him ever since. People who hate your birthday, what ruined it? Since my
Disney theme park characters, have there been situations where you had to break character? I was working as Goofy, full costume, big shoes, the works. Normally, the job is all smiles and high fives, but this one afternoon, something happened that's never left me. I was doing the usual photo routine near one of the character spots when I noticed a boy, maybe 10, standing off to the side. No smile, no excitement, just watching. His mom was encouraging him to come over, but he kept shaking his head. Eventually, I walked over myself. I did the whole Goofy wave and dance. Nothing. So I slowly sat beside him on the bench and gently held out my glove for a fist bump. He didn't move. His mom quietly leaned over and whispered, "He's autistic. He's been through a lot this year. He loves Goofy, but he gets overwhelmed easily." That hit me. I gave him space, no pressure. Just sat there with him while his mom took a few discreet photos. Then he did the smallest thing. He leaned his head on my arm. It was like the world stopped. I didn't move a muscle. No waving, no silly sounds, just stayed right there as he quietly rested. But after a minute or two, his breathing changed. He started to hyperventilate. His mom was too distracted scrolling through photos to see. I noticed his eyes were fluttering and his lips were turning pale. That's when I knew something was wrong. I broke every rule, pulled the head off right there and called out his name. Told a nearby cast member to alert medical immediately. His mom turned in shock. He was having a seizure. I laid him down gently and followed my emergency responder training until help arrived. Paramedics got there fast, stabilized him, and took him out on a stretcher. The aftermath? I thought I was going to get fired, but instead, the next day I got called into the office where they handed me a card from his mom. Inside, she'd written, "You didn't stay in character. You stayed with my son. That means more." The park added new guidelines after that. Now, we're not just entertainers. We're trained to act fast if a kid needs help. And every now and then, that same kid comes back. No pressure, no photos. He just sits next to me on the bench. And that's more than enough. Disney theme park characters have
No poor people allowed here. I could own your house one day. Keep dreaming, brokey. My first job. Ew! They hire homeless here? I'll rizz up the manager so he fires you. Karen got me fired. Like this video so I can get a better job. Hey, Vux, you're promoted to bank manager. Damn right. On my way to the top.
Huh?
Who let this
combination? These captions, AI generated dogs, the whatever the satisfying imagery is under here, and best part of all, Vux. Yay! I hate all of them.
Homeless around my money. He can't be trusted with money. Why are you such a biscuit, Karen? Shut your mouth, worm! I'll work hard and invest my money into stocks. Now I'm as rich as Elon Crust. Oh! Why are you touching my street? I actually own your house now, Karen, and I've decided to burn it. You'll still never have as many subscribers as me, loser! Subscribe and like to teach Karen to have respect. Nope!
Subscribe to your what? OnlyFans. Wait, that's messed up. No.
Make Michael.
I was at the park walking my dog, but the problem is this random guy walked up to me and said, "Hey, nice dog. Mind if I pet him?" I was like, "Sure, why not?" He looked harmless.
What is this timer?
Tell me a joke.
Why was the math book sad?
Why?
Because it had many problems.
Whoever makes me laugh will become the new admin of Roblox.
My timer is running out. Do you know why you never lose your head?
No, why?
Because you've already lost your hair. Now I want my admin power.
I want
Too bad you won't get any.
to be admin too. What did one wall say to the other wall?
I have no idea.
I'll meet you in the corner.
Enemy of beauty and jokes.
Mine is unlocked now.
Make me laugh.
What did Scar do at the circus? Visit his family.
Holy moly!
Why the hell are you talking about me?
Your turn, Scar.
Why did Crank take a ladder to school? Because he wanted to reach the top of the class. Now he leaves us alone.
Your turn, Zoomy.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Crank's red hair looks like ketchup too. I went to school with Chris Rock.
Hurry up my time, King.
Okay.
Do you know why the teacher wore sunglasses?
No, why?
Because the class was too bright.
You can't ban Dave. He doesn't deserve it.
I won't ban him unless everyone watching leaves a like.
What is this timer?
This hurts to watch. This hurts to hear. This hurts to see. This hurts to smell. This hurts to touch. This hurts to taste.
I brought this for you, Kai.
Is that your little sister?
She's not my sister. Just some blind kid they picked up from the trash.
Oh.
Mr. Perfect needs a reality check.
Let's make sure everyone sees him for the thing he really is. Who took the money? It was for my son's surgery!
Check Kai's bag. He's been acting weird. What? Ah, he hit me!
If you're hiding something, Kai, you'll lose everything! Nothing?
Maybe he hid it somewhere else? Yeah, maybe he threw it away.
Check Liam's bag, please.
What is it?
What? I don't know how it got there.
Enough! Get out now!
How did you know about the money?
I was there. I heard them hiding in your bag. So I put the money back in Liam's backpack.
You saved me, even after everything.
Because you're my brother. Please like and comment if you are a good person.
No. What? Look, I know she's just dancing, okay? I know she's just dancing, okay? But like, am I this crazy? Like, am I crazy or? You know what? Screw it. Screw it. I probably am crazy. I've always been crazy. But if I were to have like a brother like this guy right here, I will not be close to him like at this position right here.
You're my brother. Please
look. He's literally close to his belly and is between the No, this is just foul. This is just no. Let's move on. Actually, you know what? Let me see everyone's reaction. Yep, they're bots.
Please don't break up with me, Pookie. I'm sorry. It needs to be done.
Sophie, Jimmy's not my soulmate.
Oh, that's too bad. What are you gonna do now?
What I need to do is I need to sneak in the principal's office and get a list of all of the J names in the school.
That's not gonna work. You don't even know if he goes to this school. The only for sure way to find your soulmate is correctly guess his name.
The second letter of my soulmate's name is...
Bree, which letter are you gonna guess?
I don't know. No, I didn't mean to guess that.
Try again.
Okay, the second letter of my soulmate's name is...
Bro, you're not slick. I can hear the music in the background. You're not slick.
Oh, I just wasted 2 of my guesses.
Guess again, but be extra careful this time.
The second letter of my soulmate's name is... Q?
Why would you choose Q? What's wrong with you? Choose a common letter.
Okay. The second letter of my soulmate's name is A? It's J-A. What could the third be?
You're Brianna.
M?
What's up?
Oh, hey, James.
Please don't.
Ah.
The teacher noticed that the student's painting was not complete. She walked up to him and asked him to complete the painting. However, the student seemed quite surprised and explained to the teacher that his painting was already finished. The teacher was very puzzled, so she asked the student to draw an apple. The student quickly finished the drawing after a simple sketch, but the apple he drew was missing half of it. Then the teacher...
Hold up, let me go back. Let me rewind it. All right, yeah. And then I'm going to start the stopwatch. I'm going to start, and then 3, 2, 1, and go.
The teacher noticed that the student's painting was not complete. She walked up to him and asked him to complete the painting. However, the student seemed quite surprised and explained to the teacher that his painting was already finished. The teacher was very puzzled, so she asked the student to draw an apple. The student quickly finished the drawing after a simple sketch, but the apple he drew was missing half of it. Then the teacher asked the student to draw a clock. The student thought it was easy and quickly completed the task, but the clock in the drawing was also missing half of it. The teacher realized that the problem was serious and euphemistically suggested that the student go to see a doctor and have his eyes checked. However, the student didn't take the teacher's advice seriously. He even showed his proud work to his classmates, and the classmates laughed at him, saying that he was imitating the incomplete beauty of the sleeping Venus. The student realized that something was wrong. Accompanied by his elder brother, he went to the hospital. After listening to his symptoms, the doctor asked him to draw a house on a piece of paper. No matter how hard he tried, the house he drew was always incomplete. In addition, a brain CT scan showed that there was a blood clot in the student's brain. This blood clot was pressing on his optic nerve and affecting his perception. The student was diagnosed with hemispatial neglect disorder, and he realized that he might never be able to paint normally again. The teacher noticed that the student's painting was not complete.
You know how when you get an Amber Alert, you just ignore it? Well, one time, I got an Amber Alert for a stolen orange Honda in the city I was in. And when I read this notification, I was just sitting in my car in a random parking lot. But then all of a sudden, I look up from my phone, and what do I see? An orange Honda. So I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I just found the person they set an Amber Alert out for. I'm about to get a key to the city for solving this crime. But no one was in the car, so my plan was to sit and wait until I saw someone get into it and then confront them. Now that I think about it, that was a dumb plan, but that's all I had. So after a couple minutes of waiting, I saw a young woman get into the car. I'm thinking, I definitely didn't expect the car burglar to be a young lady, but I don't stereotype criminals. So I go up to her and I say, excuse me, is this your car? And she's just like, yeah. I'm thinking, this girl's good. She's trying to act all casual to make me think she's innocent, but you can't fool me. So I go, I know you stole this car. And she just laughs. So I say, I'm not joking. I have the Amber Alert right here. And I show it to her, but then she laughs even more. So I say, why are you laughing? And she goes, you know how when you get an Amber Alert, you just ignore it? Well, one time.
All right, since I'm 18, I guess I get that lame-ass intelligence score that everyone cares so much about. 10 out of 10? Psh, not like it matters. I'm never going to use it.
All right, let's see.
Also, I don't want all that stress of being a 10, so everyone can just think I'm a 3.
Son, what's your intelligence score?
I got a 3.
I knew you were dumb, but I didn't know you were that dumb.
You're my mom. Obviously, I'm going to be stupid.
Hey, Nolan, did you hear Emily got an 8?
They have an 8, and I have a 3. It's just a number. I don't know why it matters so much.
You're stupid. You'll never understand.
Damn.
Hey, Emily, go be partners with Nolan. Since he's the dumbest in the class, go help him out. Hi, I'm Emily.
Don't care.
So what did you get on the test?
I got 100%, but I just cheated like always.
Wait, really? What was the answer to this question then?
The answer is 27. Just a lucky guess.
By the way, I know you changed your number.
All right, so
What made you instantly realize your friend is not a real friend? Throughout high school, I was part of a competitive Minecraft PvP team with 4 friends. We practiced daily and had even won a few local tournaments. Jake was supposedly my closest friend in the group. We'd known each other since freshman year and spent countless weekends at each other's houses perfecting gameplay. Our big break came when we qualified for a regional tournament with a $5,000 prize pool. Since I had the best setup, we agreed to use my custom gaming PC for the competition. I spent weeks optimizing it, installing the perfect mods, and fine-tuning every setting. The night before the tournament, Jake stayed at my place to practice. Around midnight, I developed severe stomach pain that kept getting worse. By 3 a.m., I was doubled over, unable to stand straight. Jake watched as I vomited and could barely walk. Yet his only response was, "You'll be fine by morning, just take some Tylenol." By 6 a.m., the pain was unbearable. My parents rushed me to the ER, where doctors diagnosed a ruptured appendix requiring emergency surgery. As they were prepping me for the operating room, I remembered to text our team that I couldn't make the tournament. When I woke up from surgery, I had numerous messages from the team wishing me well, except from Jake. His only text read, "Can I still borrow your PC for the tournament? We found a replacement player." I was surprised, but told him where my spare key was hidden so they could get the computer. 3 days later, still in the hospital dealing with complications from the infection, I got a group message from our team saying they'd placed third and won $800. Everyone was celebrating, discussing how to split the money. When Jake chimed in, well, since we used Max's computer, but he didn't actually play, I think his share should be smaller. Maybe just $10 for the PC rental? I was stunned. Not only had he showed zero concern for my health, but he was now trying to minimize my contribution after 3 years of building strategies together. What hurt even more was that none of my other friends objected. They all quickly agreed that I should get less since I just provided the hardware. When I was finally discharged a week later, I discovered Jake had never returned my PC. When I asked for it back, he claimed they needed it for one more tournament and kept making excuses. It took my dad driving to his house and threatening to call the police for theft before Jake reluctantly returned it, with 2 broken USB ports and missing the custom keycaps I'd collected. Years later, Jake reached out wanting to reconnect. His first question, whether I'd upgraded my PC setup recently. What made...
Okay, hold up. Let me check up this dude's channel. Holy crap. This dude's entire channel. Am I tripping? Or does this dude's entire channel literally has every single short named "Please don't check sound, please"? Like, look. Oh, wait. I guess that ends right here. First it starts off this, but... What? What? And then it starts. What happened? They just named the short the same title, except they just like changed the emojis. That's how you know there's some real laziness going on here.
I am so sorry. You kicked her in the face. It wasn't me. Then who was it? My soulmate. Yeah, right. Never come back here again. You have suffered enough. It is now time to control your soulmate. Ah, the sweet smell of revenge. Your soulmate wants to buy Taco Bell. I thought you were going to get revenge on them. Trust me, that is revenge. Your soulmate wants to buy toilet paper? Sorry. Your soulmate wants to buy baby wipes? Oh, you're getting desperate.
But I hate how the music is overlapping whatever is going on in this video. That's the most annoying thing.
Your soulmate wants to buy Clorox wipes? Be my guest. It burns. What burns? My you-know-what. Why? Because I ran out of toilet paper and my soulmate would only let me buy Clorox. I am so sorry. You kicked her in the face.
What became so...
Hold up, I need a minute. Okay, I'm back. That is one image I'm never gonna get off my head.
What became so popular at your school that teachers had to ban it? At my school, it wasn't fidget spinners or slime that caused chaos. It was something we accidentally invented called detention duel. It started when someone noticed that certain teachers gave out detentions more easily than others, and someone joked about ranking them like a video game. Within a week, someone designed a chart. Boss level, Mr. Grayson, detention rate 9 out of 10, weakness, pretending to cry. It blew up. Soon, laminated character sheets were passed around with teacher stats, complete with icons like sympathy drain, homework ambush, and field trip shield. Everyone started creating detention avoidance builds and combo moves to survive tough classes. We developed point systems. Avoid a pop quiz, +5. Make Mr. Lund laugh and skip the assignment, +10. Trigger Mrs. Hardy's extra homework penalty, -15. The school became a live strategy game. Students were calculating risks before asking questions or going to the bathroom. It escalated when someone created an app version with animated avatars and real-time daily quests, like survive algebra without getting called on. It was surprisingly effective. Kids who normally slacked off were suddenly participating just to level up their standing. The school only caught on when a group of students refused to go to the nurse because the app said she had a stealth debuff that notified teachers if you were faking. The final straw, a sophomore tried to trade detention time with another student like it was currency. The principal shut it down overnight. But weirdly enough, discipline incidents dropped for months afterward. Everyone was still playing, just off the grid. We might have lost the app, but the strategy stayed, and so did the best attendance the school had seen in years. What became so...
I'm so hungry. I'm not supposed to go down, but I can be quiet. Wow. Oh no! What was that? Mom, I'm scared.
Maybe a rat. I'll go check. Don't worry. You weren't careful. You need to be more careful.
I was hungry.
You know the rules. No one sees you.
That sound again. I'll check.
Probably that rat again.
Dang, no one would want you for real.
You should sleep. I'll handle it. Noah!
I'm sorry. I tried to be quiet.
I know. It's not your fault. Since your mom passed, I remarried, and I hid you. Do you hate me?
I don't hate you. You're still my dad, right?
I am. I always was.
Dad, can I go to the hospital? It hurts. A lot.
If I take you out, she'll know. What should I do?
I'm so...
Hey class, I only had 2 students this year that came to school every single day and got 100% perfect attendance. I need everyone to step it up next year. Yes, Jack, did you want to congratulate your friends? No, I just wanted to ask, how's that fair? Because I only missed 1 day of school, and that's because I was in the hospital. Well, remember class, it's our responsibility to keep ourselves healthy for school. It was for a car accident. Well, maybe you can encourage your parents to drive safer. Yes, Stephanie?
I've been here every day, but my mom makes me late in the mornings because she won't get out of bed.
Okay, class, let's remember, it is our responsibility to make sure our parents are up on time. Like class, there really isn't a valid excuse to miss school. What, Mark?
Why do we have to be here every day when you took a week off to go to Italy with someone who wasn't your husband?
Oh, great heavens! Hey, class.
I'm never gonna understand Gen Alpha because I was at the airport the other day and this little kid on my flight recognized me. So we were talking a little bit, but then he started to tell me.
I guess he's gonna say a phrase I don't like. If he says a phrase that I don't like, beat him to a pulp.
About the girl he has a crush on. And he starts describing her to me, but he's blushing as he's doing it, so I can tell that he really likes her. So eventually, I ask how they met, and he says that they've known each other since birth. So I'm like, oh wow, are your parents friends or something? What? But then he goes, no, my mom is her dad's sister. At first I'm like, oh, cool. But then I think about it a little more and I'm like, wait, your mom is her dad's sister. That means that girl is your cousin. He's still young though, so that's not a big deal. But I was thinking that I should probably tell him that it's not gonna work out between them. So I do, and he goes, oh, okay, I won't like her anymore then. I like another girl anyway. And I go, oh,
so your daddy made out with your cousin?
Really? Who? Then he says, my crush's sister. That's still your cousin, dog. At this point, you do you, bro. I'm never gonna understand Gen Alpha because...
Come on, he better send me a good item. A YouTube plaque? Wait, my soulmate's an influencer? Hey Giselle, what item did your soulmate send you? He sent me his YouTube plaque. Wait, so your soulmate's a YouTuber? Yeah, I guess he is. So who is it? I haven't checked yet. What if I don't like his content? Okay, fine, I'll look. No, I want to meet him first. What? You literally have his name and you're not going to look? Attention class, we have a new student. Please do everything you can to make him feel welcome. Yo, Giselle, look how cute the new guy is. He's okay. He's not that cute. I can't believe you don't think the new guy is cute. Like I said, he's okay. Wait, no way, he's coming this way. Hey, I'm Jack. I'm Giselle. Wait, why are you holding my YouTube plaque? Wait, this is yours? Come on,
When did you realize you had a privileged childhood? I was 8 when my mom sent me to summer camp. I complained the whole car ride, no TV for 2 weeks, gross cabin bathrooms, and probably bugs everywhere. My bunkmate Jake arrived without a sleeping bag. When I asked where his stuff was, he shrugged, don't have one. That night, our counselor Mike quietly gave Jake an extra sleeping bag from the storage shed. Jake's eyes got big. I get to keep this? The whole time, I thought that was weird. Who doesn't have a sleeping bag? At lunch the next day, Jake packed half his sandwich in a napkin. I asked why. For later, he whispered, never know when there'll be food again. I laughed. The cafeteria is open 3 times a day, dude. Jake didn't laugh back. During parent visits, my mom brought cookies and new sneakers because mine got muddy. Jake sat alone on the dock, throwing pebbles into the lake. Where's your mom? I asked. Working. Both jobs. That night, I shared my cookies with Jake. He asked if he could save 2 for his little sister who never gets treats. On the last day, Jake hugged our counselor Mike so hard and kept thanking him. Mike slipped something into Jake's backpack when he thought no one was looking. It was a flashlight, some granola bars, and a note. I snuck a peek later. You're braver than you think. See you next summer. I'll save your spot. On the ride home, Mom asked what I learned at camp. That having a sleeping bag isn't normal for everyone, I said. Now I run a program sending 50 kids to camp each summer. Jake's the assistant director. When did you realize you...
For this build, we're using the...
What's your greatest regret? After our parents' divorce, the custody arrangement meant my 12-year-old brother would be moving from California to New York with our father. I was 17 and staying with Mom to finish high school. The night before he left, he knocked on my door. Can I show you something? It'll only take 20 minutes, he asked. I was in the middle of a ranked match with friends. Can it wait? I'm in the middle of something important. Dad says we have to leave super early tomorrow, he said quietly. I glanced at my screen. We were winning. Just give me an hour, okay? I promise we'll hang out after. He nodded and closed my door. Then I completely forgot about him. 2 days later, I logged into Minecraft. I noticed a server labeled for Alex that hadn't been there before. I spawned in front of an enormous stone building with Museum of Brothers carved above the entrance. Inside, I found room after room documenting every memory my brother and I had shared. The final room stopped me cold. It was a movie theater with a single button labeled press when ready. When I clicked it, the screen began displaying images made from colored blocks, pictures of us growing up. It must have taken him months. The last image showed 2 Minecraft characters, one tall, one short, standing together with the text, distance is temporary. Brothers are forever. After the show, I found a chest containing a book. The message inside read, I've been working on this all year to show you before I leave. There's so much...
This could be a real story. Holy crap. This guy made an entire paragraph. This could be a completely real story, and if so, that's really that's really wholesome. But how the heck does one carve into stone in Minecraft? You carve some stone with a stone carver. And the movie theater, you need to be command block expert to be able to set it up. No, they add that in the game. So, like I said, if it's real nice, but it's still really suspicious, and I'm not really believing it. My dude, you forgot to put in the comment there. I'm probably gonna get shot in the comments.
Much more I wanted to add, but ran out of time. Love you, bro. I tried calling him immediately, but they were still in transit. When I finally reached him the next day, he said, you actually saw it? I thought you didn't care. What's your greatest regret? After our parents' divorce, the custody arrangement meant my 12-year-old brother would be moving from California to New York with our father. I was 17 and staying with Mom to finish high school. The night before he left, he knocked on my door. Can I show you something? It'll only take 20 minutes, he asked. I was in the middle of a ranked match with friends. Can it wait? I'm in the middle of something important. Dad says we have to leave super early tomorrow, he said quietly. I glanced at my screen. We were winning. Just give me an hour, okay? I promise we'll hang out after. He nodded and closed my door. Then I completely forgot about him. 2 days later, I logged into Minecraft. I noticed a server labeled for Alex that hadn't been there before. I spawned in front of an enormous stone building with Museum of Brothers carved above the entrance. Inside, I found room after room documenting every memory my brother and I had shared. The final room stopped me cold. It was a movie theater with a single button labeled press when ready. When I clicked it, the screen began displaying images made from colored blocks, pictures of us growing up. It must have taken him months. The last image showed 2 Minecraft characters, one tall, one short, standing together with the text, distance is temporary. Brothers are forever. After the show, I found a chest containing a book. The message inside read, I've been working on this all year to show you before I leave. There's so much much more I wanted to add, but ran out of time. Love you, bro. I tried calling him immediately, but they were still in transit. When I finally reached him the next day, he said, "You actually saw it? I thought you didn't care." What's your greatest regret? After our parents' divorce, the custody arrangement meant my 12-year-old brother would be moving from California to New York with our father. I was 17 and staying with mom to finish high school. The night before he left, he knocked on my door. "Can I show you something?" "It'll only take 20 minutes, he asked. I was in the middle of a ranked match with friends. "Can it wait? I'm in the middle of something important." "Dad says we have to leave super early tomorrow," he said quietly. I glanced at my screen. We were winning. "Just give me an hour, okay? I promise we'll hang out after." He nodded and closed my door. Then I completely forgot about him. 2 days later, I logged into Minecraft. I noticed a server labeled for Alex that hadn't been there before. I spawned in front of an enormous stone building with Museum of Brothers carved above the entrance. Inside, I found room after room documenting every member.
Oh wait, I have watched this short before. Why am I? What?
Be a good boy, Ethan. Wait here. I'll come back soon, okay?
Daddy, please. I'll be good. Don't leave me.
Sweetheart, where are your parents?
Daddy told me to wait here. It's been 2 weeks.
Come home with me. We'll wait for him together every morning.
Nobody wants a broken toy. Your real dad dumped you too.
Go to your room. Now. I'm sorry, Ethan. He didn't mean it.
Maybe. I was never meant to belong.
Hand it over, trash boy.
I don't have any.
Touch the boy, and you'll regret it. Relax, kid. I don't bite. Come, I'll fix that scrape. Everyone deserves someone who doesn't leave.
No one stayed for me.
Maybe someone just got lost.
My head.
Somebody help! Severe heart failure. Without a donor, he won't survive.
I'm sorry for making you wait alone.
The man who saved you, he said he was sorry he left you waiting.
You stayed. Daddy, you stayed after all.
What's the smartest payback you pulled without getting caught? Growing up, my brother and I had a very unique punishment system at home. Whenever we misbehaved, our mom never hit us or grounded us like most parents, but instead she loaned us out. Sometimes we had to wash the neighbors' cars, clean their houses, or ran errands, basically acting like free labor until she decided we had learned our lesson. And at first it seemed fair because we got into trouble and we worked to fix them, and it was simple. But after a while, we started noticing something strange. There was one neighbor who owned 2 cars, and somehow every time he needed work done, he got us in trouble with mom for the smallest things. One time, I got sent to wash his black car while my brother washed the silver one just because he claimed we looked at him funny when he walked past. Another time we were forced to clean his front yard because he said we laughed too loud while playing outside. But it didn't take long to realize what was happening. And if he had an appointment the next day, he would set traps for us. He would find any excuse, no matter how small, to get us in trouble so that we would be forced to wake up early and wash his cars before school. We even caught him smiling once when mom scolded us. At first, we tried to avoid him and we stayed inside, kept quiet, and even tried not to breathe too loud, but it didn't matter. He always found something. One afternoon, we were playing ball outside with our friends when he called us over and asked us to go to the market because his wife was at their shop, and we explained nicely that mom told us to stay home for a visitor, but we'd go after they came. But as soon as mom came home, he rushed over like he was delivering an emergency and told her we had refused to help him because we were too busy playing ball with street boys. We barely got to speak before mom started hitting us, and every time we tried to explain, another slap stopped us, and we ended up washing both his cars and cleaning his house that evening with tears on our faces. But that night, we decided enough was enough, and it was time to fight back. 2 days later, he brought a woman to his house, just like he often did when his wife was working. But this time, my brother and I had a plan. We took the last money we had and bought 2 ice creams from the corner shop and walked to his wife's store, eating ice cream with big smiles. We greeted her sweetly and sat down, pretending like we just dropped by to say hello, and she laughed and asked how our mom was doing, and we answered politely. Then, with the biggest, most innocent smile, I told her how much we liked her sister, and mentioned how kind she was to us whenever she visited their house, and said we always got ice cream on those days because her husband liked to treat us whenever the nice auntie came over. At first, she laughed, thinking we were being silly, but when she asked us to describe the auntie, and we casually told her she was currently in their house with her husband, her whole face changed. She didn't even wait to hear the rest and dropped everything, left her store wide open, and jumped onto the first taxi she could find. And by the time my brother and I made it home, we found her kicking his things out onto the street, like bags, shoes, and belts all flying through the air. Neighbors gathered quickly and he tried to explain, but she was not having it. She even shouted loud enough for the whole street to hear that the cars he made us wash didn't even belong to him. They were hers. Turns out he had no job or money or even shame. And when she saw us standing there, she called us over and made us help her throw the rest of his stuff out of the house. We carried his bags, tossed his clothes, and didn't stop until every last sock hit the dirt. And when mom came back that evening, we acted like it was just another normal day and told her about the neighbor getting kicked out without saying we helped make it happen. And even though mom didn't stop sending us to do chores for other neighbors after that, there was one thing that changed forever. We never washed the neighbor's cars again because after that day, he didn't even have a house to park them in. What's the smart...
Do you know what show is coming back that I'm so... Wedding photographers of Reddit. What was your "they're not gonna last long" moment? When I was starting as a wedding photographer, most of my clients were my family or my friends from school. It was difficult at first, so I was taking any gigs I could to build my portfolio. A couple in my college who I know was getting married. I congratulated her after she announced her engagement, so she asked me if I was available and if I could shoot their wedding in August. I, of course, said yes right away. During the reception, I saw familiar faces. One thing I was shocked about seeing was the groom's ex-girlfriend. They were high school sweethearts and were together until second year of college until they broke up. Everybody thought they were endgame and high likely to get married until the ex fell pregnant and left college. What I heard was that the bride never wanted any of the groom's exes, but somehow two of them managed to be there. During the toss of the bouquet, the ex caught it. All of the groom's friends were cheering and hyping him up, even chanted the name of the ex. The bride clearly looked upset and wanted to cry. Already thought this isn't going to last. Just after 6 months, the guy reached out to me messaging me for a gig. I asked what for, and he said for his wedding. He got divorced and is now marrying his ex. Absolutely mind. Wedding. Has the school ever failed your children? My daughter Mia was 13 when she started middle school. All braids and glittery notebooks, excited for new friends. She'd chatter about her day, her eyes bright. I thought she'd thrive. But a few months in, she changed. She'd come home silent, picking at her food, hiding in her hoodie. I'd ask what was wrong. She'd shrug, say nothing. Then I found her journal, pages filled with "I'm worthless" and "nobody cares." My heart sank. She was drowning and I hadn't seen it. Mia confessed after a late night talk, tears streaming. A group of girls, led by one named Kaylee, tormented her daily. They'd mock her clothes, call her trash, spread rumors she was easy. Once they dumped her lunch in her lap, laughing as she ran to the bathroom. She'd told her homeroom teacher, Ms. Larson, weeks ago. Larson said she'd handle it, but told Mia to toughen up. The bullying got worse. Mia stopped raising her hand, started faking sick. I called the school furious and spoke to the counselor. I detailed the names, the incidents. She promised a mediation, but warned that kids can be cruel. Nothing changed. Mia came home with a ripped backpack. Kaylee had accidentally cut it with scissors. I went to the principal, a tired man in a cheap suit. I showed him Mia's journal, read entries about wanting to disappear. He sighed, said they'd investigate, but bullying is hard to prove. I left shaking, knowing they'd do nothing. Mia was fading, her spark gone, her grades slipping. I couldn't wait for their process. I started screenshotting Mia's texts about the bullying, saving voicemails she'd sent me, sobbing. I dug online, found Kaylee's public Instagram, posts mocking Mia's hair, her shoes, tagged with laughing emojis. Other kids joined in, their comments vicious. I didn't go to the school again. I compiled everything, texts, journal pages, screenshots, and posted it to a local parent group on Facebook, naming the school, the principal, the teacher who'd brushed Mia off. I wrote about her pain, how they'd failed her. By evening, it had hundreds of shares. Parents commented about their kids' similar stories. A mom messaged me, saying her son had been targeted by the same group. A local reporter reached out. The school scrambled, posting about taking allegations seriously, but the story was out. At the next board meeting, I stood with Mia in the back. I held up her journal, read a line. "I don't want to be here anymore." The room went quiet. I said, "You let these girls break her. You ignored her cries. She's 13 and you failed." The board promised action. Kaylee's parents were called in. She was suspended. Larson was reassigned. Mia didn't smile, but she started eating again. She joined a weekend dance class, moving slowly, like she was remembering who she was. I keep her journal close, a reminder to never trust the system over my kid. Has the school ever...
Rich people will always try to make it seem like they aren't wealthy because I went to school with a guy who would wear the same thing every day. A black t-shirt with jeans. Nothing special, right? Well, one day we're in class and he's eating blueberries, but he drops one onto his shirt and stains it. So he immediately pulls out his phone, goes online and buys a new black shirt. But you know how much the shirt was? $900. It was a plain black Prada t-shirt. What's the point of spending that much money on a plain t-shirt? I could get one that looks the exact same from Walmart for 40 quarters. But this isn't surprising because this is the same guy who brought a water bottle to school every day from a company called Berg. But he's the only person I've ever seen drink this water. So I Google it and guess what? It's $45 per bottle. Apparently, it comes straight from the icebergs of Greenland. Dog, mine just comes straight from the tap. I want to be rich so bad. Rich people will...
Are you ready to see if you've got...
Rich people will always try to make it seem... I want to be rich so bad. Rich people...
Are you ready to see if you've got the gold mark?
Yeah, Mom, can we look now?
Okay, go. It's red.
Red? What does it mean? Has anyone ever gotten a red mark?
I don't know, but you have to cover it up.
Okay. I think that's good. How's this?
It's good. Make sure nobody sees it.
I won't. I'm going to school.
Hey Giselle, have you got the gold mark?
No, I haven't.
I did. I'm going to be famous.
That's amazing. I'm so happy for you.
Thanks. All students, please report to the main hall. We're doing a mark check.
A mark check? Crap.
Next. Show me your face. Clear, you can leave.
Cool.
Wait, stop. I can see the red peeking through. You have to come with us.
No, I'm not going anywhere with you.
Are you ready to see if you've got the gold mark?
Yeah.
Sorry, teacher. I'm late.
That's the 4th time this week, Eleni.
I know. I really tried. Maybe she just loves being dramatic.
No more next time, all right?
Thank you, sir.
Now, here are your test results from yesterday. Elaine, getting A's doesn't mean you can sleep through class. Keep this up and you're out.
What? I studied hard all week, and I got a lower score than her? I didn't mean to cause trouble, sir. That's so not fair. I'm gonna find out what trick she's using. Bet I'll expose her to everyone. Wait, why is she picking up trash? Now she's working at a convenience store, at night. So, is this why she's always late and sleeps in class?
Honey, you need to rest. Go home.
I will. I just want to be with you a bit longer. I thought she was just lazy, but she's actually helping her mom.
Eleni, late again. That's it.
Please, just give me one more chance. Wait, sir, it's not what you think. She's just dealing with a lot. What would you do if you were in her shoes? Hit like if you think Eleni's actually super strong.
$100 for every time I say yes? I don't know if that's the best idea.
You have to accept it. You'll finally be able to buy your new car.
I guess you're right. Let the yes day begin.
Hey, I have a question. Be honest. Does this look ugly on me?
Yes.
How could you say that? We're friends.
You did ask for me to be honest.
Giselle, can you tell me what the square root of pi is?
Apple pie?
Are you stupid?
Yes.
Giselle, I heard Lucas is going to ask you out.
Lucas? But he's such a nerd.
Hey, Giselle.
Hey, Lucas.
Do you want to go out with me?
Yes.
There's no way you said yes.
Hey, can you help me with this?
This? No way. Yes.
How did you trick your entire high school? Our high school's announcement system was completely broken. Not technically, it worked fine, but organizationally, it was chaos. Club meetings and upcoming events were announced with zero verification. My friend Tyler and I discovered this power by accident when we jokingly submitted an announcement for Bring Your PC to School Day and watched in shock as the principal actually read it over the loudspeaker. That's when we hatched our plan, Operation Dream Field Trip. We created an official-looking form about a special senior class trip to the local amusement park. We included realistic details, the $15 fee for transportation, meet in the gym at 8 a.m. With confidence, we submitted it to the announcement box. Sure enough, the next morning, there was a reminder to all seniors about the upcoming amusement park trip. We figured a teacher would catch on immediately. None did. By Wednesday, our guidance counselor was collecting money. By Thursday, the gym teacher was complaining about losing his space to the senior trip. We were in too deep to back out. Friday morning, 97 seniors gathered in the gym with backpacks. Several teachers showed up to chaperone a trip nobody had actually organized. The moment of truth arrived when our assistant principal walked in with a clipboard, looking confused. Who's in charge of this trip? The teachers all looked at each other. Students looked at teachers. The cafeteria staff, who'd prepared 100 sack lunches, looked at everyone. Our principal walked in and saved us. Why isn't everyone on the buses? They've been waiting for 15 minutes. Somehow, actual buses had been scheduled. We spent the day riding roller coasters while various administrators each assumed someone else had organized it. How did you trick your entire high school? Our high school's announced.
What's the wildest thing you've seen a parent allow? After school ended, I sat on a bench near the gate, scrolling through my phone and waiting for my little cousin's teacher to finish her meeting so we could leave. And the day felt peaceful, but that didn't last. A small boy, maybe 4 years old, started running around like he owned the place, and he wasn't just playing but caused chaos. He kicked over empty chairs, pushed them down, and screamed loudly. And at first I thought he was just excited, maybe a little hyper. But then he ran up and kicked me. It wasn't playful, but it was the kind of sharp pain that makes you see white for a second. And I turned to look at his mother, expecting some correction, but she just smiled and said, "Kids, eh?" And that was the moment I knew I had entered the wrong part of the day. I pushed down my anger and went back to my phone, trying to stay calm, but the boy wasn't done. He ran up to another man, slapped his shoulder, and ran off laughing. The man laughed too, but it was a nervous laugh, like he wasn't sure what to think. Then it got worse, and the boy ran back to his mom, looked her in the eye, and spat on her, not on the ground, but right on her. And she just said, "Richard, please, no spitting." I was shocked, and before I could think, the boy turned toward me again, with his cheeks puffed and ready to spit. But I glared at him so sharp he froze, swallowed the spit, and backed off, and for the first time, he seemed like a normal kid. I turned back to my phone, thinking maybe that was the end, but no. He came closer, trying to peek at my screen, and reached for my phone. I moved it to my other hand, but he followed. So I raised the phone up, but he started to cry. And that's when his mother spoke again, completely serious, and told me to give him the phone so he wouldn't cry. I looked at her, then the boy, and asked if she meant my phone, and she told me yes, because he'd cry otherwise, but I told her to let him cry. She looked shocked, like she had never heard someone say no to a child in her life. And before she could answer, the man who got slapped earlier jumped into the conversation. He started scolding me and told me the phone wasn't worth the child's tears, and added something about how I must not have kids if I could say such a thing. But I told him I did have a son, and he looked even more offended. I told him my son would never act like this, and if he did, crying would be the least of his problems. But the mother called me mean and started hugging her boy like he was a victim of abuse. And that's when the other man did something truly insane. He pulled out his own phone and handed it to the boy, and the boy smiled for the first time. And then with both hands, he raised the phone above his head and smashed it into the ground, and everyone froze. Then he jumped and stomped on it twice, still laughing like it was a game, and the phone cracked loudly. The man screamed, and the mother grabbed the boy, and the man picked up what was left of his broken phone and shouted heard about it. But the mom just told the boy he shouldn't have done that, and the man turned to me for help, looking desperate. But I looked away and tapped my phone calmly. He turned to the woman and demanded she fix the phone, but she laughed and said she didn't break it. And he reminded her it was her son, but she told him she didn't make him give the phone. And he got so mad and said she couldn't leave until the phone was fixed, but she told him to leave her alone. And right then, I saw my cousin walking toward our car, so I stood up and walked away without a word. And the man called after me, begging me to settle it, but I kept walking. What's the
So she's mute? Great. Can she even clean up after herself?
I asked for a dog, not this.
That's enough. Don't talk about her like that. She's part of this family now.
Whatever. For you. I made it at art class. What is this? Trash? Stop following me. We're not sisters. Seriously?
Clean it up, Maya. A 3 out of 10? Are you trying to be stupid?
I just messed up one page.
Shut up! She's used to silence anyway.
You didn't have to do that, you know. Keep it. Just don't tell Mom. Thanks.
Girls, I'm home.
She hit me. Maya is dangerous.
Stop lying.
Ellie, not now.
She didn't. You did, like always.
Ellie, are you sure?
Yes, Dad. Maya,
Get out.
I didn't want you before, but now I can't lose you.
So she's mute? Great. Can she even clean up after herself?
This guy just tossed a bag of trash outside his door, but it ended up triggering a frenzy among the city's wealthiest. They fought viciously over even the tiniest scraps. Just as the billionaire was about to taste it, a woman suddenly snatched the trash, threw down $30 million as compensation, and hurried off with her crew. All because that garbage was anything but ordinary. It could bring the dead back to life. When the world's richest man caught wind of this, he immediately had the man brought to him. Without hesitation, he offered 200 kilograms of gold as payment, begging him to save his daughter. But the man wasn't confident he could do it, and tried to refuse. Thinking the reward wasn't enough, the billionaire pulled out a black card worth $1 billion, and pleaded with him again. Seeing his desperation, the man decided to give it a shot. But when the woman was wheeled out, the man was horrified. She wasn't just dead, her body was already cold. He advised the billionaire to let her rest in peace. Yet the tycoon insisted his daughter wasn't gone, and threatened the man to heal her or face the consequences. Realizing the danger, the man admitted defeat and tried to make a quick exit, but the billionaire teleported in front of him, vowing to make him pay with his life. When his strongest attack did 0 damage, the billionaire realized the man was far more powerful than he seemed. Panicking as the man turned to leave, he dropped to his knees and begged for his daughter's life. The man had no choice but to give it a shot. He pulled out an unfinished experimental pill and fed it to the woman, but nothing happened. The crowd immediately labeled him a fraud, urging the billionaire to teach him a lesson. Then, out of nowhere, the man suddenly leaned down and kissed the woman. Still, no reaction. Now convinced he was a total scammer, the crowd demanded security restrain him, even accusing him of murdering the woman. Right as the security was about to bounce dude out, chick straight up resurrected on the spot like magic. This guy
Sleeping over at a rich person's house is so crazy because one time my friend Colin invited me over for a sleepover, but I had never been to his house before. So when I arrived to the address he gave me, I knock on the door and a man in a fancy outfit answers, but I knew it wasn't his parents because I've seen them before. So this guy asks if I'm here to see my friend and I say yes. So he welcomes me in and tells me where Colin's at. And when I get to Colin, I ask who that guy at the front door was and he goes, "Oh, that's our butler." Dog, you have a butler? I thought that was just a thing in Batman. But then it gets more crazy because around midnight, he asks all of us if we want to go to the movie theater. So I was like, I mean, that sounds fun, but isn't the movies closed by now? And he goes, "Oh no, we have a movie theater in the house." So he takes us into the movie theater room and there's like 10 reclining chairs and like a 500-inch TV. The moment I saw this, I was on my best behavior the rest of the time because I was hoping his parents would just adopt me. Sleeping over at a rich person's house is so—
What is a stand that you took with a customer that you will never apologize for? I said she's already been here. What is a stand that you took with a customer that you will never? What is a stand that you took with a customer?
Mind reading? That's kind of cool. Hey, guess what ability I got?
I really don't care. What did you get?
Never mind.
Giselle, are you ready to give in your assignment?
Yes, of course, sir. Here.
Oh, the things I would do to her.
That's disgusting.
Excuse me?
Nothing. Hey, Olivia.
Hey, bestie.
Where were you last night? You didn't come to the sleepover.
Because I hooked up with your boyfriend. Oh, I had homework.
So you and Caleb had fun then?
No, what do you mean?
I can't believe you. Hey, Mom, I'm home. Where's Dad?
I have to play it cool. He's on a business trip, honey.
Oh, where did he go to?
Texas. I think she bought it.
Really, guys? You got me a paint set for my birthday?
Sweetheart, that is a special paint set.
This thing doesn't even come with a paintbrush.
Press a color.
Okay.
What is 13 times 379?
4,927.
Excuse me?
What the? I believe that's the answer. 4927.
That's right.
Oh, what the hell?
You didn't use a calculator. How did you?
This power is making me super smart.
Want to ditch class and go to the mall?
Yeah, but the probability of us getting caught is like 80%.
I'll take my chances, Einstein. Let's go to the American Girl store.
Okay.
Oh, look at the cute girl and her doll.
Hey, kid, did you know that American Girl dolls were invented in 1986?
I think I know more about American Girl dolls than you do,
You never
genius.
get any American Girl set.
Really, guys?
What's the funniest way you've outsmarted a teacher? My math teacher had an infamous policy for exams. You may bring only one calculator with no restrictions. Everyone automatically assumed this meant standard handheld calculators, but not me. He had never explicitly said handheld. The night before the final exam, I wheeled in my dad's massive ancient desktop computer loaded with every advanced calculator software imaginable. It looked like something straight out of a 1980s hacker movie, complete with tangled cables, blinking lights, and a buzzing monitor that could barely fit through the door. Exam day arrived, and I casually dragged my calculator into the classroom on a rolling cart. My classmates stared as the machine loudly hummed when I booted it up. My teacher, sipping his coffee, nearly choked when he saw me plugging in my oversized monstrosity. "What is that?" he sputtered, eyes wide in disbelief. "My calculator," I replied calmly, opening up multiple calculation programs at once. He hurriedly grabbed his policy sheet, his fingers racing through the fine print, desperately looking for a loophole. The class was completely silent except for the occasional beeping sounds. Everyone waited breathlessly, tension building as we watched his frustration grow. Finally, with defeat clearly written on his face, he shook his head slowly and sighed. "I never said handheld, did I?" The class erupted in laughter. "Fine," he groaned, throwing his hands up in resignation. "Just hurry up." I breezed through the exam effortlessly, toggling between software programs like a NASA engineer. What's the funniest way you've outsmarted a teacher? My math teacher had an infamous policy for exams. You may bring only one calculator with no restrictions. Everyone automatically assumed this meant standard handheld calculators, but not me. He had never explicitly said handheld. The night before the final exam, I wheeled in my dad's massive ancient desktop computer loaded with every advanced calculator software imaginable. It looked like something straight out of a 1980s hacker movie, complete with tangled cables, blinking lights, and a buzzing monitor that could barely fit through the door. Exam day arrived, and I casually dragged my calculator into the classroom on a rolling cart. My classmates stared as the machine loudly hummed when I booted it up. My teacher, sipping his coffee, nearly choked when he saw me plugging in my oversized monstrosity. "What is that?" he sputtered, eyes wide in disbelief. "My calculator," I replied calmly, opening up multiple calculation programs at once. He hurriedly grabbed his policy sheet, his fingers racing through the fine print, desperately looking for a loophole. The class was completely silent except for the occasional beeping sounds. Everyone waited breathlessly, tension building as we watched his frustration grow. Finally, with defeat clearly written on his face, he shook his head slowly and sighed. "I never said handheld, did I?" The class erupted in laughter. "Fine," he groaned, throwing his hands up in resignation. "Just hurry up." I breezed through the exam effortlessly, toggling between software programs like a NASA engineer. What's the funniest way?
My brother's bad choices led to the worst night of our lives. He started hanging out with the wrong crowd after dropping out of school. Mom was worried sick because he'd come home at 3 a.m., carrying expensive stuff he couldn't afford on his part-time job. Designer clothes, new phones, gold chains. We knew something wasn't right, but he'd get angry whenever we asked. One night, while he was out, I found a huge duffel bag hidden under his bed. Inside were dozens of phones still in their boxes, with price tags from different stores. I knew right away they were stolen. My hands were shaking as I loaded them into my car and drove to the police station. When my brother found out, he completely lost it. His face turned ghostly white. He screamed that those weren't his. He was just holding them for someone. He had to pay $25,000 to replace them, or else. You don't understand what you've done, he kept saying, pacing like a caged animal. 3 days later, Mom called me crying so hard I could barely understand her. My brother was in the hospital. They found him beaten half to death behind an abandoned warehouse, zip-tied to a chair. His left leg was shattered in 3 places. Through tears, he told me the guys he was working for did this as a warning. They said next time would be worse. They wanted me to know exactly what would happen if I ever lost their stuff again, he whispered. That night changed everything. My brother moved across the country to start fresh. Now he works as a youth counselor, helping kids avoid the same mistakes that almost cost him his life. He says turning in those phones saved him from an even darker path. My brother's bad choices led to the—
Do you know?
I ain't raising a cripple!
She's your daughter!
No! She's a burden, just like you! Good luck raising your broken little doll.
I made it for you, Mommy.
Don't bother me!
It's your birthday. For you.
Flowers won't fix your ugly little life.
Maybe next year, she'll smile. She's a half human, half burden. Dump her. Get a real kid.
Big surprise today, baby.
Really? Anything I want?
I can't carry your dead weight anymore.
I can get better. Please, Mommy.
Little bird, what are you doing here?
Waiting for her to come back.
Maybe she's just lost, like I was once.
Ella and the old woman did a good deed, and a smile returned to her face.
Mom, let's go home. We've missed you.
Wait, home's not home without my little bird. Dinner's ready, sweet girl.
I'm home.
All right, is that going to be...
What in...
All right, is that going to be it for you today? Yes, that should be everything.
Mom!
What is it, honey?
I want this.
What is this?
I want it.
This is a lip plumper. You are 8 years old. You do not need this.
I want it.
No, the answer is no. You can have this back. All right, no worries. Your total today is going to be...
Mom, I want that lip gloss.
You can have it, honey, when you're older.
I want it now!
What are you doing?
My God.
Get back here this instant. Get out from under the counter.
I want my lip gloss right now!
Okay, I'll buy it for you. Huh? Here, you can have your lip gloss now. Go wait in the car. I'm so sorry about that. Just curious, have you ever told her no? I can't. She won't let me say no. Look, this is probably just a phase she's going through. I'm sure it'll be over soon. Not if you keep rewarding bad behavior. All right, is that going to be...
What incident made you believe in fate? I was on my way to jump off a bridge when a middle-aged lady bumped into me and fell on the ground. She was blind and holding a stick, so I helped her up while apologizing. She said sorry for bumping into me, introduced herself as Sally, and then asked what I was up to. I don't know why, but I just broke down and told her how I wanted to end it all. Sally remained calm and waited for me to finish. Once I was done, she said, "Well, can you postpone the end of your life until after you've walked me to my apartment?" I agreed. As we walked, she held onto my left arm and asked me to describe how the city looked in my eyes. So I started telling her about my experiences, the coffee shop where I had spilled coffee over myself in front of the cute barista, the pizza joint which was likely owned by a gangster, and even my old high school where I was valedictorian. By the time we reached her destination, I was on the verge of tears after remembering all the good memories. Sally thanked me for giving such vivid descriptions and asked if I wanted to help her again the next day. We exchanged numbers, and then for an entire week, she kept asking me to postpone my plans. I would take her to the beach, and we would spend the entire day talking about the Beatles and the clowns, who think they aren't the greatest of all time. Fast forward to today, she's my wonderful girlfriend, and I can proudly say I gave up on the plan. What incident made you believe in fate?
Liam, promise me, take care of your sister. If your mom ever hurts her, run far away.
I promise, Grandma.
Oh, great! More mouths to feed. Touch anything and I'll break your fingers. Understood?
Liam, if I'm good, will Mommy love me like Grandma did? We don't need her love. We've got each other. Grandma's watching us from the sky.
Stealing from me now? You're just like your father. You useless brat! You open your mouth, I'll dump you both in some orphanage.
Please, don't let her take me.
Is this the girl?
Healthy, quiet. You'll get your money's worth.
No, you can't take her.
Shut up! You don't make the rules here.
Grandma, please, save me!
No, this can't be real! Stay back, stay away!
It was Grandma. She heard me.
You're safe now, my angels. No more fear, no more pain.
Do you love your grandma?
Liam, promise me, take
I went to a birthday party I wasn't actually invited to, but I didn't know that at the time. I was maybe 8 years old. I got the invitation from a boy in my class. He handed it to me himself in the hallway with a serious face. No jokes, nothing weird. I was excited. He'd never invited me to anything before. I thought maybe something had changed. Maybe I was finally part of the group. On the day of the party, I dressed like it was a wedding. Button-up shirt, hair gel, a present wrapped in blue paper. I showed up right on time, heart racing, huge smile on my face. He opened the door and looked at me like I was a ghost. Why are you here? I didn't invite you. Behind him stood the rest of the class, staring, silent. He asked to see the invitation. I pulled it out of my pocket and handed it to him. He read it out loud, like he was trying to prove something was off. This isn't my handwriting. Did you make this yourself? No one said a word. They didn't laugh. They just stared. I stood there in the doorway like an idiot. My mom had already driven away. Fighting back tears, I went to his mother and showed her the invitation, barely able to speak. She took the paper without saying a word and walked off to find her son. A minute later, she came back, handed me a cookie and a soda, and led me to another room. Don't let other people's stupidity get to you, she said. You can play here until someone picks you up. So I sat there alone, controller in hand, with the gift I had brought still sitting beside me. I went to a birthday party I wasn't actually in.
So you're about to meet my friend Tucker? Fair warning, don't mention any vowels or he'll freak out. What? What do you mean by that? You know, the vowels, A, E, I, O, and I understand that, but every word has a vowel in it. What am I supposed to say? Example, if you want to say hi, don't say hi, say, how the hell am I supposed to have a conversation? He's coming, he's coming.
Hey, what's up, Peter? Who's your friend? Nice to meet you, Rowan.
YT?
That's pretty good. So you and Peter are both on the volleyball team. How's the team this year? Makes sense. Rowan, what do you think?
What did you say?
Okay, got it.
What are you confused about? I have no idea what you said. I said the competition in our league is tough. Yeah, and to me it sounds like gibberish. Fine. I'll keep my sentences short, but you have to listen better. Okay, Tucker, you can... Wait, I don't even know what to say.
Let me rephrase. How difficult do the matches get?
So you're about to meet my friend Tucker? Fair warning, don't mention any vowels or he'll freak out.
What? What do you mean by that?
You know, the vowels, A, E, I, O, and I understand that, but every word has a vowel in it. What am I supposed to say? Example, if you want to say hi, don't say hi, say, how the hell am I supposed to have a conversation? He's coming, he's coming.
Hey, what's up, Peter? Who's your friend? Nice to meet you, Rowan.
YT?
That's pretty good. So you and Peter are both on the volleyball team. How's the team this year? Makes sense. Rowan, what do you think?
What did you say?
Okay, got it.
What are you confused about? I have no idea what you said. I said the competition in our league is tough. Yeah, and to me it sounds like gibberish. Fine. I'll keep my sentences short, but you have to listen better. Okay, Tucker, you can... Wait, I don't even know what to say.
Let me rephrase. How difficult do the matches get?
So you're about to meet my friend Tucker? Fair warning, don't mention any vowels or he'll freak out.
What? What do you mean by that?
You know, the vowels, A, E, I, O, and I understand that, but every word has a vowel in it. What am I supposed to say? Example, if you want to say hi, don't say hi, say, how the hell am I supposed to have a conversation? He's coming, he's coming.
Hey, what's up, Peter? Who's your friend? Nice to meet you, Rowan.
YT?
That's pretty good. So you and Peter are both on the volleyball team. How's the team this year? Makes sense. Rowan, what do you think?
What did you say?
Okay, got it.
What are you confused about? I have no idea what you said. I said the competition in our...
Bye, honey. Have fun at your sleepover. Bye, Mom. Oh, hi, Alicia. Come on in. I think Jenna's downstairs. Oh, thanks, Mrs. Smith. Hey, over here. Dude, your house is awesome. Oh, thanks. Do you have the whole basement to yourself? No, my brother's room's right here. This is Jack. So, whoa, who's your friend? Ew, don't even think about it. You know my friends are off limits. Sorry, he's gross. Oh, it's okay. So, I was thinking we could sleep on the trampoline tonight. Are you down? Yeah, that sounds awesome. Okay, grab some pillows and we can just share my blanket. Hey, you keep stealing the blankets and it's freezing. Ugh. Oh, perfect. Hey, where'd you go last night? I heard you get up. Oh, I was just cold, so I went inside and grabbed another blanket. Uh-oh. What? That's my mom's fancy blanket. We're not supposed to use it. I'm sorry, I had no idea. It's okay, let's just sneak it back inside real quick. Jenna May? Yes? I just got your report card in the mail. A C- in algebra? Okay, you know I'm bad at math. This is unacceptable. Why can't you be more like your brother? Hey, this is awkward. I'm gonna have my mom come pick me up. No, it's fine. You think Jack is so perfect, but he sneaks girls in here all the time. What the heck, dude? I thought you had my back. That's it. Both of you, go to your rooms. Oh, come on. I'm actually gonna head. Bye, honey. Have fun at your sleepover. Bye, Mom. Oh, hi, Alicia. Come on in. I think Jenna's downstairs. Oh, thanks.
These glasses are so sick.
What the? Okay, weird. Hey, son. Hey, mom. Firefighter. What? How'd you know I was going on a date with one? I didn't, but Mom, I think you might be the one. Dude, I think I can see who people fall in love with. No way. Do me. What? Gross. I mean, do me like see who I fall in love with. Oh, okay. Brad, are you using those dating apps again? No. I told you to be careful of catfishes. Well, what if that's what I'm into? Oh. Hey, Ian. I heard you can see who people fall in love with. Oh, hey, Sarah. Yeah, what's up? Can you do me? Yeah. As in, see who I fall in love with? Oh, right, yeah. I think it's me. These glasses are so sick. What the? Okay, weird. Hey, son. Hey, mom. Firefighter. What? How'd you know I was going on a date with one? I didn't, but...
Here's how the hot girls are getting even hotter. I know we...
What made the high school legend become a legend? Our high school English teacher, Mrs. Thompson, was infamous for her homework policy. She assigned 3 to 4 hours of reading and essays every night, including weekends and holidays. Students were failing her class because no one could keep up with the workload. The breaking point came during spring break, when she assigned us to read an entire 400-page novel and write a 10-page analysis. Even the straight-A students were panicking. That's when quiet honor roll student Zach decided he'd had enough. On the day assignments were due, Mrs. Thompson started her usual routine of calling students up one by one to submit their papers. When she called Zach's name, he calmly walked to the front of the class. Instead of handing in 10 pages, he placed a single sheet of paper on her desk. The entire class went silent. What is this? Mrs. Thompson asked. It's my analysis, Zach replied. I calculated that we've been assigned 126 hours of homework in your class this semester, but only received 48 hours of actual instruction. That's my analysis. Mrs. Thompson's face turned red. You'll get an F for this assignment. Zach just shrugged and said, that's fine. I've documented every assignment this year and compared it to the school's homework policy, which states homework shouldn't exceed 30 minutes per subject per night. My mom helped me present this data to the principal yesterday. The principal visited our classroom that afternoon, and Mrs. Thompson was called to a meeting. When she returned, her face was pale. From that day forward, homework was limited to 30 minutes. What made the high school legend become a legend? Our high school English teacher, Mrs. Thompson, was infamous for her homework policy. She assigned 3 to 4 hours of reading and essays every night, including...
What's your best the tables have turned moment? I was always the kid who got picked last for everything in gym class, not because I was bad at sports, I was actually pretty athletic, but because Mr. Davis, our PE teacher, had it out for me since day one. Miller, try not to embarrass yourself today, he'd say while everyone snickered. I still remember the smell of that musty gym and how my face would get hot every time he singled me out. The worst was when he made team captains choose players. He'd stand there with his clipboard, coffee breath, and that stupid whistle, watching as I got left for last. One day, I asked him after class why he was always so hard on me. His answer? Some kids are leaders, some are followers. You're just not cut out for sports, kid. Accept it. I went home and cried that day. Not because I was sad, but because I was so angry. My dad saw me and asked what happened. I almost didn't tell him because, well, what could he do? But I did tell him, and he just nodded and said, then prove Davis wrong. So I joined the community center's basketball program. The coach there, Coach Tim, actually taught us instead of just yelling. My shots started going in. I got faster. I understood the game. Next year in PE, I was still picked last, but now I was scoring. Mr. Davis would roll his eyes. Lucky shot, Miller, he'd say, but the other kids noticed. By 8th grade, I was actually good, like really good. Made the school team, but Mr. Davis was still the same. Don't get cocky, Miller. High school ball is different. Fast forward 4 years. I'm team captain of our high school varsity team. We made it to state finals for the first time ever. The gym is packed. I'm scanning the crowd before the game and spot a familiar face, Mr. Davis. He'd been fired from the middle school 2 years ago for coaching methods and now worked at some office job. Our eyes met, and for once, he looked away first. We won that game. My picture was in the local paper the next day. Got a basketball scholarship to college. Here's the real table-turning moment, though. 10 years later, I moved back home and took over the youth basketball program at that same community center where I learned to play. First day of coaching, a middle-aged guy walks in with his son for registration. It's Davis. He doesn't recognize me at first, but I see his face change when he reads my name tag. Miller, Jake Miller, I smile. That's Coach Miller now. He shuffles awkwardly. This is my son, Tyler. He's not very athletic, but he wants to try basketball. I kneel down to Tyler's level. Hey buddy, everyone's welcome here. Some kids are quick learners, some take time. My job is to help you find your strength. Davis stared at the floor. Later, as he was leaving, he mumbled, I was wrong about you and probably a lot of kids. I didn't say I told you so. I just nodded and said, Tyler's going to do great here. His son ended up playing all season. Pretty decent shooter too. Turns out he just needed someone to believe in him. That's the thing about tables turning. Sometimes the best revenge isn't making someone feel small like they did to you. It's showing them a better way to be. What's your best the tables? What's the dumbest birthday gift you've received? When I turned 8, my grandpa gave me a plain wooden box with a lock but no key. I was so disappointed. All the other kids got video games and toys, but I got this empty old box. My mom made me thank him anyway, even though I could tell she was embarrassed too. For weeks, that box sat on my shelf collecting dust. Then one rainy Saturday, I was bored enough to actually look at it closely. I noticed tiny words carved on the bottom. Some treasures are hidden twice. Underneath was a riddle about where to find the key. It turned into a scavenger hunt all around my grandpa's house, each clue leading to another. The whole family got involved. laughing as we solved each puzzle. The final clue led me to hollow out a book in Grandpa's study, where I found a small golden key and a note. When I opened the box, there was a letter explaining that this was no ordinary gift. Inside was my grandpa's pocket watch, passed down 4 generations, along with $100 for each year I'd lived before getting this gift, $800 that he'd saved specifically for me to start my first bank account. Now I'm 30, and that dumb wooden box sits on my desk at work. Whenever I face a tough problem, I run my fingers over those carved words and remember that the best gifts aren't always what they seem at first glance. Sometimes they're the beginning of something much more valuable than you could imagine. What's the dumbest birthday gift you've received? When I turned 8, my grandpa gave me a plain wooden box.
Look, would have thought he was in quarantine, cause my bro's been locked in the yard for a week. Shotgun cough and it's COVID-free, could have brought back long and it's sneezing. CCT.
Be a good boy and wait here. We'll have pancakes when I get back, okay?
Okay, Mommy. I'll wait right here. Mommy, it's getting cold. I waited on your birthday. Maybe you'll wait for mine. I didn't go, because maybe one day you will.
Ethan, you're almost 11. You deserve a real family.
What if she comes back and I'm not here?
She's not coming back, Ethan.
She told me to wait, so I'm waiting. They said I should be happy, but how can you be happy when the one person you waited for never came back? I kept thinking, if I smile too much, maybe Mom would think I forgot her. So I stayed quiet.
Mom? I don't have any children. I'm looking to adopt just a girl, maybe.
I waited, even when you forgot.
Let's go home.
She didn't come back, but someone else stayed.
Be a good boy and wait here. We'll have pancakes when I get back, okay?
Okay, Mommy. I'll wait right here. Mommy, it's getting cold. I waited on your birthday.
Hey, I know you hate me. Can you please just vote for me to disappear?
Why would you want that?
Look, just do it.
Okay.
No, I said vote for me to disappear, not stay.
But I did vote for you to disappear.
What?
You must be the one.
The one? What do you mean the one?
I can't tell you here. Come with me.
Can we stop running and you just tell me what's going on?
There's a rumor that there's a person that's unable to disappear no matter how many votes they get. And I think it's you.
Me? Why would it be me?
Because when I voted for you to disappear, it went to stay. People are gonna come looking for you. You guys, there they are. They found us. We have to go. Okay, I think we're safe here.
What are we gonna do?
I haven't been completely honest with you. There isn't only one person able to disappear. There's 2, and I'm one of them.
So you're one too?
Yes, and here's what we need to do.
Hey, I know you hate me. Can you please just vote for me to disappear?
Why would you want that?
Look, just do it.
Okay.
No, I said vote for me to disappear, not stay.
But I did vote for you to disappear.
What?
You must be the one.
The one? What do you mean the one?
I can't tell you here. Come with me.
Can we stop running and you just tell me what's going on?
There's a rumor that there's a person that's unable to disappear no matter how many votes they get. And I think it's you.
Me? Why would it be me?
Because when I voted for you to disappear, it went to stay. People are gonna come looking for you. You guys, there they are. They found us. We have to go. Okay, I think we're safe here.
What are we gonna do?
I haven't been completely honest with you. There isn't only one person able to disappear. There's 2, and I'm one of them.
So you're one too?
Yes, and here's what we need to do.
Hey, I know you hate me. Can you please just vote for me to disappear?
Why would you want that?
Look, just do it.
Okay.
No, I said vote for me to disappear, not stay.
But I did vote for you to disappear.
What?
You must be the one.
The one? What do you mean the one?
I can't tell you here. Come with me.
Can we stop running and you just tell...
Hey, Miss Johnson, I want you to read this from top to bottom and say cat before each word.
Okay, sure. Cat, cat say, cat two, cat dummy, cat this, cat got, cat eye, cat long, cat how, cat look.
Now I want you to read the words again and say cat after each word.
Sure. Cat, say cat, two cat, dummy cat, this cat, got cat, I cat, long cat, how cat, look cat.
Now say cat before and after each word.
Fine. Cat, cat say cat two cat dummy cat this cat got cat I cat long cat how cat look cat. Okay, you're wasting my time. What's the point of this?
Now read it from bottom to top.
Look how long I got this dummy to say cat.
Hey, Miss Johnson, I want you to read this from top to bottom and say cat before each word.
Okay, sure. Cat say, cat two, cat dummy, cat this.
Make it. How did one student trick their entire school? Our high school was super messy with schedules. Students had to juggle confusing classes while office staff struggled with an old computer system. Alex, a senior with perfect grades, found an amazing loophole during his junior year. If a class was entered in the computer system with a room number and teacher, nobody ever checked if it was actually real. To test his idea, he filled out papers to create a made-up study class just for himself during 5th period in room 23, the closet that nobody used except the cleaning staff. When this fake class showed up on his schedule without anyone asking questions, Alex saw a big opportunity. For his senior year, he created 𝓕𝓲𝓷𝓪𝓵, a completely made-up Spanish class with its own code, classroom, and spots for 15 students. He got 14 friends to join his plan. They all got official schedules with this fake class during 4th period. For a whole semester, 15 seniors enjoyed a free hour every day. Some slept in their cars, others did homework, and a few left school. No one ever took attendance because no teacher was assigned. The smart part was Alex's paperwork. He made fake class materials, assignments, and even grades that students could show if anyone asked questions. When a curious counselor asked one student about the class, he proudly showed her a detailed project he'd done. The whole thing fell apart when a new office worker noticed 2 classes were assigned to the same room. Called to the principal's office, Alex calmly explained that he'd been doing a project on school management problems and had written down every step. Afraid the story might spread, the school quietly fixed the issue and Alex was never punished. How did one student trick their entire school? Our high school was super messy with schedules. Students had to juggle confusing classes while office staff struggled with an old computer system. Alex, a senior with perfect grades, found an amazing loophole during his junior year. If a class was entered in the computer system with a room number and teacher, nobody ever checked if it was actually real. To test his idea, he filled out papers to create a made-up study class just for himself during 5th period in room 23, the closet that nobody used except the cleaning staff. When this fake class showed up on his schedule without anyone asking questions, Alex saw a big opportunity. For his senior year, he created 𝓕𝓲𝓷𝓪𝓵, a completely made-up Spanish class with its own code, classroom, and spots for 15 students. He got 14 friends to join his plan. They all got official schedules with this fake class during 4th period. For a whole semester, 15 seniors enjoyed a free hour every day. Some slept in their cars, others did homework, and a few left school. No one ever took attendance because no teacher was assigned. The smart part was Alex's paperwork. He made fake class materials, assignments, and even grades that students could show if anyone asked questions. When a curious counselor asked one student about the class, he proudly showed her a detailed project he'd done. The whole thing fell apart when a new office worker noticed 2 classes were assigned to the same room. Called to the principal's office, Alex calmly explained that he'd been doing a project on school management problems and had written down every step. Afraid the story might spread, the school quietly fixed the issue and Alex was never punished. How did one student trick their entire school?
What is your never interrupt an enemy while they are making a mistake moment? When my dad got sick, my older sister Kelly suddenly became interested in our family's inheritance. She'd barely visited him in 5 years, but now she was at his bedside daily, whispering in his ear when I wasn't around. I noticed how she'd quickly change the subject whenever I entered the room. One night, I overheard her on the phone saying, "Once Dad changes the will, Sarah gets nothing." My stomach knotted up. I could have confronted her, but something told me to stay quiet and watch. For weeks, I said nothing as Kelly brought in her lawyer to discuss estate planning with Dad. She didn't know that Dad and I had a secret signal, 3 finger taps. That meant, play along, but don't sign anything. Each time she left, Dad would assure me, "Trust me, sweetheart. I see exactly what she's doing." After Dad passed, we gathered for the will reading. Kelly couldn't hide her smirk as she squeezed my shoulder. "Don't worry, I'll take care of you," she whispered. Then the lawyer read that Dad had recorded every conversation in his hospital room for the last 3 months. The new will Kelly thought she'd secured was invalidated, and her manipulation became evidence. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do isn't fighting back. It's simply giving someone enough rope to hang themselves with their own intentions. What is your never interrupt an enemy while they are making a mistake moment? When my dad got sick, my older sister Kelly suddenly became interested in our family's inheritance. She'd barely visited him in 5 years, but now she was at his bedside daily, whispering in his ear when I wasn't around. I noticed how she'd quickly change the subject. What did your child write in their school assignment that made the teacher call you immediately? I got a call from my 8-year-old son's school during my lunch break. "Hi, this is Mrs. Connolly, Oliver's teacher," the woman said, trying to sound casual. "I just had a quick question about his homework. Nothing urgent, but are you currently living in a hotel?" The question hit me like a truck. "Excuse me?" I asked. "No, we're in an apartment." "Why?" She hesitated. "It's just that in his assignment, he wrote that he and his mom live in a hotel. And, well, the rest of the essay is a little unusual." I drove to the school, heart pounding. I knew my son had an overactive imagination, but now I was nervous. Had I said something in passing that confused him? Or worse, had I missed something he was trying to say? Mrs. Connolly handed me his paper when I arrived. My Life in the Hotel by Oliver G. I live in a hotel with my mom. It doesn't have a front desk or a breakfast buffet like the ones in movies, but it has vending machines and neighbors who yell a lot, which is kind of the same. Our room has one big bed. I sleep on the side near the AC because Mom says she gets cold easily. I like that I can hear the trains at night. They sound like monsters in the distance. We used to have a real house. It had carpets and stairs and a garage door that beeped. I miss it, but Mom says it's okay because we're having an adventure. She says we're just between homes. I don't know where between is, but I think it must be where tired people go. Sometimes Mom cries in the bathroom. I know because I can hear the faucet running, and she only runs the faucet when she doesn't want me to hear her. She works on her laptop all the time. She says it's remote work, but it feels like she's in a different world.
Create your unique Roblox avatar. Mix and match.
How did a spelling mistake cause a police encounter? I ordered a personalized bracelet for my best friend's graduation gift, a silver charm with her initials. The online tracking confirmed it arrived at the local post office, so I headed there after school, excited to pick it up before the party. The clerk, a stern woman with glasses, asked for my ID. I handed it over, and she typed my name, 𝓕𝓲𝓷𝓪𝓵, into the system. She shook her head. No package here. I pulled up the tracking on my phone and showed her the number. She entered it, then squinted. This is for 𝓕𝓲𝓷𝓪𝓵, 2 R's. That's not you. I laughed, explaining it was a typo. Same address, same phone, clearly my order. She crossed her arms. Names must match exactly, or it's not yours. I pointed to the shelf behind her, where I saw a small box with my address in bold print. That's it, I said. She wouldn't budge, citing postal rules. Frustrated after a long day, I leaned over the counter and grabbed the box. That's a federal crime, she shouted, slamming a red button. A buzzer sounded, and the front doors locked with a loud click. Are you kidding? I said, holding a tiny package with a gift bow. It's my friend's bracelet. She ignored me, grabbing a phone. Security, we have a thief at counter 5. My stomach dropped. I tried to explain again, but she waved me off, reciting regulations like a robot. Within minutes, 2 police officers walked in, badges glinting. The clerk pointed at me like I'd robbed a bank. She stole a package that isn't hers. I stood there, a 17-year-old in a school hoodie, clutching a gift box, trying to stay calm. I explained the spelling error, Sarah versus Sarah, and showed them the tracking email, my ID, and even the order confirmation with my credit card. The clerk insisted I was breaking the law, saying, 1 letter off means it's not her property. One cop, a tired-looking guy, examined my ID and the box, then sighed. So, the whole issue is an extra rand? The other cop, younger, smirked but stayed quiet. They asked for the sender's contact to verify. I called the jewelry shop, but it went to voicemail, closed for the day. Panicking, I suggested calling my friend Emma, the gift's recipient. She was at her grad rehearsal but answered, confused. Yeah, Sarah ordered me a bracelet. Why? The clerk still wouldn't release it, demanding a manager's approval. The cops, now annoyed, called the post office supervisor, who was at lunch. We waited 20 minutes, me sitting on a hard bench, the officers chatting about coffee, the clerk glaring. Finally, the supervisor arrived, checked the records, and shrugged. Obvious typo. Give her the package. The clerk huffed but handed it over. As I left, one cop muttered, check your spelling next time, kid. I nodded, embarrassed, and rushed to the party, bracelet in hand, vowing never to argue with a postal clerk again. How did a spelling mistake?
We've got these 2 siblings stuck sharing a room, and when they fight, it's like WWE with furniture. Mom's swamped with endless chores and non-stop kid drama, so Auntie swoops in to save the day with an epic room makeover. First up, she builds this awesome air fortress. Think giant Legos, but sturdy enough to last forever. Throw on a mattress. Boom. Instant comfy bed. She adds these sliding doors and blackout curtains. Perfect for turning day into night, or for hiding from your sibling when they're driving you nuts. Safety rails are a must, or else sis might roll right off and take flight. The staircase she made is genius. Bottom drawer for seasonal clothes, middle drawer for underwear, and the top one? Yeah, that's for those socks that always mysteriously vanish. Plus, there's a sneaky pull-out cabinet to stash a giant suitcase, because who doesn't need a quick escape plan? There's even a wardrobe tall enough for Alice's dresses, keeping everything dust-free and easy to grab. At the end of the hall, Auntie turned the spot into a bedside snack zone. The corner cabinet is perfect for stuff they hardly touch, with a top shelf dedicated to school papers that need maximum security, or hiding from curious siblings, and the suspended desk by the window is ideal for studying, while her little brother stays out of the way. Speaking of little bro Oliver, he gets an entire underground kingdom under the bed, with frosted glass that's great for privacy, but lets in just enough light so he doesn't feel like a mole. Auntie wrapped his bed frame up tight, threw in a cloud-like mattress, and now Oliver giggles in his sleep, kids practically floating. There's even a secret compartment at the head of the bed for his treasures and some handy outlets because, let's face it, kids today are plugged in 24/7. Under the bed is a giant rolling cart for clothes and socks. Easy access, easy cleanup. Auntie knocked out half a wall to build a diamond-shaped closet, swallowing up all the clutter in one gulp. Oliver's favorite jackets are right there, no digging needed. Plus, another built-in desk with a frosted glass divider keeps Oliver's gaming from interrupting study time. Seriously, Auntie's makeover is like sibling therapy, but way cooler. Mom can finally retire from being a full-time referee. We've got these 2 siblings stuck sharing a room, and when they fight, it's like WWE with furniture. Mom's swamped with endless chores and non-stop kid drama, so Auntie swoops in to save the day with an epic room makeover. First up, she builds this awesome air fortress. Think giant Legos, but sturdy enough to last forever. Throw on a mattress. Boom. Instant comfy bed. She adds these sliding doors and blackout curtains. Perfect for turning day into night, or for hiding from your sibling when they're driving you.
Put a finger down if your friends always ask you for the homework answers. Put a finger down, Smart Edition. If you put over 5 fingers down, you are smarter than Albert Einstein. Put a finger down if you rarely study for tests, but still get a good grade. Put a finger down if you're the smartest in your friend group. Put a finger down if the teacher ever used your work as an example. Put a finger down if you know what 9 times 9 is. Put a finger down if you ever won a game of chess. Put a finger down if you like being alone. Put a finger down if you only get A's in school. Put a finger down if you daydream often. Put a finger down if you're smart enough to subscribe and like the video. Put a finger down if your friends always ask you for the homework.
Dads, what's the craziest bet you've ever made with your son? My son would not stop making fun of how much I napped. Dad, you sleep more than a newborn. I let it slide at first, but after weeks of this nonsense, I had to prove a point. So I threw down a challenge. Whoever stays up the latest wins $50. I thought he'd agree, but instead, he took it to another level. Forget the money. Whoever loses has to shave their head bald. Now, I wasn't entirely sure I could win, but I was confident enough to try. So I shook his hand, bet accepted. We stocked up on energy drinks, put on a movie, and settled in. Midnight, easy. I wasn't even tired. 2 a.m., I could tell he was starting to struggle. I had this in the bag. 3 a.m., he started rubbing his eyes. I smirked. Victory was near. Suddenly, he perked up and started talking nonstop. That's when I realized this kid is built different. My vision was getting blurry. I told him he should just quit now and accept his fate, and then I blinked. When I opened my eyes, the sun was up. My son was standing over me holding clippers. I lost. I tried to argue I wasn't asleep. I was just resting my eyes, but he was already laughing. I sighed and accepted my fate. At least I'd be fully bald, right? Wrong. Instead of shaving my whole head, he left a massive, stupid bald spot right in the middle. I looked like a half-plucked coconut, and to make things 10 times worse, I had a work meeting in person. I showed up looking like someone tried to erase my head but gave up halfway. I immediately went to the barber after work, and when I got home, my son was already waiting at the door holding another energy drink. Double or nothing. I shut the door in his face. Never again. Dads, what's the craziest bet you've ever made with your...
What's the biggest promise your parents broke? I was always the difficult child, restless, emotional, and struggling in school. When I was 7, after a particularly rough parent-teacher conference, my mom took me to a doctor who asked me some questions while she spoke privately with my mother in the hallway. The next morning, Mom presented me with what she called special vitamins that would help me focus better and not feel so overwhelmed. They came in different colors and doses over the years, but they were always part of my daily routine. These are just to help your brain work the way it's supposed to, she'd say whenever I questioned taking them. Like glasses help people see better. The pills seemed to work. I became calmer, more focused, and my grades improved dramatically. By high school, I was an honor roll student. Though I sometimes felt oddly disconnected or emotionally numb, I attributed it to normal teenage feelings. When I turned 18 and left for college, Mom sent me off with a semester's supply of my vitamins and the promise that she'd refill my prescription and mail it to me. Don't ever miss a dose, she warned. You won't like how you feel. During my second semester, a postal strike delayed my package of pills for over a week. By day 3 without them, I was experiencing intense dizziness, extreme mood swings, and uncontrollable crying. Terrified, I went to the campus health center. The doctor looked confused when I described my vitamins and asked for their specific name. I realized I didn't know. I'd just always taken what my mother gave me. I called her from the doctor's office, putting her on speaker. What are my vitamins called? The doctor needs to know. After a long pause, my mother said it's a combination of 𝓕𝓲𝓷𝓪𝓵 and 𝓕𝓱𝓪𝓵. The campus doctor's expression changed instantly. She asked my mother a series of increasingly specific questions about dosage and when I'd started taking them. With each answer, I watched the doctor's face grow more concerned. When the call ended, she explained that I wasn't taking vitamins. I'd been on a powerful antipsychotic and an SSRI antidepressant for more than a decade. Did you know you were diagnosed with anything? She asked gently. I hadn't. My mother had never mentioned any diagnosis, any therapy sessions, or that I was taking psychiatric medication. I'd been medicated for over half my life without understanding what I was taking or why. What's the biggest promise your parents broke? I was always the difficult...
What's the most perfect clapback you've ever witnessed? My little cousin Ava was born with this beautiful, big birthmark that covers part of her cheek. She's honestly the sweetest, most confident kid ever. But whenever we're out in public, people can't seem to mind their own business. You'd think they'd never seen a birthmark before the way they stare. Most of the time, Ava just smiles and waves like a little queen. But sometimes, adults make it 10 times worse. One afternoon, we were at this bakery picking out cupcakes, and this woman, loud enough for the whole shop to hear, leans down to her daughter and says, "That's why you always wear sunscreen, or you'll end up looking like that." I literally froze. I could see Ava's face drop for just a second, and my heart just broke for her. But before I could even react, Ava turned to the little girl, beamed the biggest smile, and said, "My birthmark? It's actually a kiss from an angel. You have to be really special to get one." The little girl's jaw dropped. She gasped and grabbed her mom's sleeve, whining, "Mommy, why didn't I get an angel kiss?" The mom's face turned beet red. Then Ava, still smiling like a pro, added, "Don't worry, maybe if you're extra good, an angel will kiss you too someday." The girl looked up at her mom like she was personally offended, and the mom just laughed awkwardly, looking like she wanted to disappear. Meanwhile, Ava turned back to me totally unfazed and said, "Ooh, they have red velvet today," like nothing even happened. Honestly, she's cooler at 8 years old than most adults will ever be. What's the most perfect clapback you've ever witnessed? My little cousin Ava was born with this beautiful, big birthmark that covers part of her cheek. She's honestly the sweetest, most confident kid ever. But whenever we're out in public, people can't seem to mind their own business. You'd think they'd never seen a birthmark before the way they stare. Most of the time, Ava just smiles and waves like a little queen. But sometimes...
Please, don't be my bank account. I really don't need him to see how broke I am. My hand?
Wait, which one? Oh, okay, guess it's this one then. Yeah, this is gonna be weird. I don't know what to wear. Okay, very funny genius, but I have class today, so no. Oh, actually, this could work. Are you kidding me? Okay, that was pretty cute, so I guess I won't be mad at him, but he owes me a new lipstick. Does anyone know the answer to letter A? No, I don't. Yes, 22? Correct. Good job.
Hey, beautiful. What do you say you come with me?
Please.
Hi, love. You can have a seat and we'll get started. Thanks. You look familiar. Do I know you from somewhere? No, I don't think so. Excuse me, I'll be right back. Hey, that girl sitting in my chair, I can't do her makeup. What? Why not? She bullied me in high school. What? She made my life a living hell. I had rosacea on my nose and she got the whole school to call me Rudolph. Lexi, I'm sorry, but I'm not doing her makeup. I don't have anybody else on the floor. Please, can you get someone else to do it? Everyone else is on break. High school was so long ago. She's mean to me. She probably doesn't even remember you. Don't make me do this. I'll be fine. Okay, let's get started. What did you say your name was? Stephanie. Oh, okay. I almost thought you were this girl I went to high school with. Her name was Lexi. She had the most disgusting red blotches on her nose. Every time she came up to me, I was like, ew, go away. She was so weird. Oh, really? She sounds like a total dork. Yeah, I can't imagine what she looks like now. She probably looks hideous. Yeah, or maybe Rudolph didn't peak in high school. Oh my God. Lexi? All right, love, you can have a seat and we'll get started.
What's the darkest thing a teacher ever did to you? In 9th grade, I had a math teacher who hated me. No clue why. I was quiet, got decent at it. What was the hardest part of adopting your child? When we walked into grinning in his oversized pajamas, yelling, "Mom!" like it's the best word in the world, I remember. The hardest part wasn't the meltdowns or the sleep. I won.
What?
I won the lottery. We're millionaires.
Oh my God. This is crazy. This changes everything.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It was an accident. It was the turbulence. You owe me $20,000. What? Is there a problem here? She owes me $20,000. She ruined my bag. It was an accident. And seriously, who pays $20,000 for a bag? This is a limited edition Gucci bag. I can try cleaning this. What was spilt on it? Water. It was water. Okay, I'll try drying it, and any liquid would damage a luxury bag. If you guys owned one, you would know. If she's not gonna pay for the damages, then the airline needs to pay me $20,000 for causing the turbulence. That's not gonna happen, ma'am. Well, someone's gonna pay, and if you don't, then I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna sue the airline. I'm gonna sue you personally for being so rude and not helping me, ma'am. My designer bag! Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Place your finger and find out where you're from.
Mom, are we there yet? Almost, and you two better be on your best behavior. Do you hear me?
We will.
Alicia, thank you again for joining us. Have you met Ronald yet?
Ronald McDonald?
No, Ronald, my husband, Maddie's dad.
Oh, no, but the kids at school say he looks like Patrick Dempsey.
He's Patrick Dempsey.
Oh, he's that total silver fox from Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, yeah, I love him. Guys, ew.
Sorry. You know, people tell me I look like my dad all the time.
Drop it, Nicholas. She's never gonna go out with you.
We'll see about that.
Okay, guys, I'm just gonna stop by the car wash real quick.
Whoa, that was crazy. Wait, have you never been to the car wash? Nope. Every time my parents went to the car wash, they just give me and my sister a sponge and a bucket, and we do it in the front yard. Oh, I'd pay to see that.
Nicholas.
What?
There's no way to talk to your sister's friend.
Ah! What?
Is everyone okay?
No, I just saw a snake. Nick, it literally just climbed into your shirt. What are you talking about? I don't see a snake. No, I swear to God, it was like this big, kind of greenish.
Nicholas?
Yes, Mom?
Did you bring your bearded dragon in the car with us again?
Busted. Maybe.
You know the rules. No food, dirty shoes, or reptiles in my car.
But you let Maddie in here. She's basically a reptile. If any of us were going to be a lizard person, it would be you.
Enough. Okay, before we go inside, can you guys please get it together?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Alicia, you ready to go?
Ready. Mom, are we there yet?
Almost, and you two better be on your best behavior. Do you hear me?
We will.
Alicia, thank you again for joining us. Have you met Ronald yet?
Ronald.
Your coffee costs 10 $10.
I forgot my wallet at home. Can I pay for the coffee tomorrow?
Of course, enjoy.
Thank you.
Hi, I would like your most expensive coffee.
Okay, that'll be 100 $100.
Oh no, I also forgot my wallet at home. Why does everyone love her?
Your coffee costs 10 $10.
I forgot my wallet at home. Can I pay for the coffee tomorrow?
Of course.
The first sign your parents failed you in ways you didn't see as a kid, me for everything. He broke down crying. The first sign your parents failed you in ways you didn't see as a kid. When I was in 3rd grade, my
Hey, hooligan, put that down, would ya?
Hello, Lexi. Oh, hi, Janine. We weren't expecting a corporate visit until next week. Could I see you in the break area for a moment? Sure, of course. Now, Lexi, we've discussed this already. You can't use the megaphone anymore. These kids, Janine, I'm telling you, they won't listen to me unless I use the megaphone. Trust me, there are other effective ways to get kids to listen to you. I've been in your position before. Respectfully, Janine, you worked in retail in the 80s when kids actually listened to authority. They don't anymore. I promise you I can get those kids to listen without using the megaphone. Come on the floor, I'll show you.
I'm gonna use my skincare smoothie to make a painting.
Hello, young lady. That moisturizer is supposed to go on your face, not on the walls.
Yeah, you could use some, old lady.
Nice one.
Hopefully that'll smooth out your wrinkles.
The megaphone, give it to me. I told you.
Oh, no.
You listen to me right now, young lady!
I finally get a pick.
This is my
Hey, Jess.
Who are you?
I'm you.
No, you're not.
15 years from now, to be exact.
Oh. Are you a doctor?
No, not a doctor.
Are you married?
No, not married yet either.
Ah, shucky darns, our life sucks.
Hey, it doesn't. We're happy.
Okay, if you say so. Just let me in. Ethan, come in.
No, Jess. It just has to be us for right now.
Ethan, Mom says you have to go to your room. What?
Who's Ethan?
Abuelo. Duh. Jess, I'm coming in. No. I'll lock the door.
Wait. I finally get a pick.
She can finally get the life she's always deserved. And they all lived happily ever after.
That was such a pretty story.
I'm gonna miss you so much.
Good news, Lizzie. The couple that was here earlier has decided to adopt you.
Yay, we're finally getting adopted.
No, sweetie, I'm not coming with you.
No, I'm not going anywhere without you.
Lizzie!
Don't worry, she'll be fine. She just has to get used to the idea. Have you said goodbye yet?
No, not yet.
Well, go get her and say goodbye. The couple is here to pick her up.
Okay, I'll go get her. Lizzie, it's time to go. Your new family's here. Lizzie!
Your life is your choice.
I just gave a rug to Aquarium.
Hi, Mom. Do you happen to be in a good mood today?
Huh? Oh, hi, honey. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good today. Why?
I got something to tell you, but if you're in a bad mood, then I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, wow, honey. I don't think there's a worse possible way you could have started this conversation. What did you do?
Suit yourself. Take a seat, would ya?
Okay. Do they do postpartum 𝓕𝓲𝓷𝓪𝓵 classes by chance? Oh, God, what is it?
You have money, correct?
Last time I checked. Why?
Now, how much money would that be, approximately? I'm going to take that as probably not enough to cover it.
Just tell me, honey. Just tell me. What did you buy? What did you buy? What did you buy?
So, you know I wanted to buy a Volkswagen for my Barbie? I don't think I read the dimensions right. Hope you like.
Hey, birthday girl, you're 18 tomorrow. Excited to find out your name?
Yeah, I just hope I don't get anything bad.
Mom would not be happy if you got a bad name.
I know.
Could I borrow a shirt?
Again?
Yes, I just like your clothes.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
So why is there an A- on your report card?
There was a really hard quiz.
That is not an excuse. Study harder next time.
I'm sorry.
I won't be surprised if you get a bad name tomorrow.
Wait, Grandma, let me help you up the stairs. You can't do it.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
You're an angel. Happy birthday. Are you nervous for your name?
No, I'm not nervous at all.
Really? Because it kind of looks like you are. You better pray you don't get a weird name. I'll abandon you. There's no way you could get anything good.
Can you stop?
Your name? What?
Sick days don't have.
Yes, I got my brother. Okay, what's my first question? What's his favorite color, blue or green? Definitely green. Why are we doing this?
question you got is penalized.
And what's the penalty exactly?
This was the last customer I ever had working at Sephora. All right, that was the last customer. I think we can officially close our doors. Excuse me, we're actually just about to close. I need black lipstick. You just need black lipstick? Yes. All right, if it's just the one thing, why don't you try this one from Sephora Collection? Lexi, they're not using a disposable applicator. It's my last day. I don't give a flying fuck. No, I need something darker. That is the only black lipstick that we have. I need something darker. Okay, do you want to use, like, eyeliner? I don't know. Girl, we really need to close these registers. Yes, I know. You really need to wrap it up. We're closed. Not dark enough. Try this black paint from House Labs. Go ahead, take your time. You're enjoying this, aren't you? I'll take it. Wonderful, register's right over here. Bye, have a great night.
Wait. No. Not even close.
story. If we assume that Frozen takes place just a few weeks or months after Tangled 2, that lines up with these ages for our princesses. Rapunzel's 18 because the whole point of the movie is she wanted to go see the floating lights on her 18th birthday. Elsa's 21 because that's the age she's required to be for coronation. And Anna is 3 years younger than Elsa and the same age as Rapunzel, 18. This means that when Rapunzel was kidnapped as a newborn, Elsa was about 3 years old. According to Disney, Elsa discovered her powers at 8 years old, and by then it's impossible for Elsa's parents not to have heard about the nearby kingdom's princess who was kidnapped as a baby because she had magical powers. But what was the name of Rapunzel's kingdom? It took me 11 years.
Attention all Roblox players. On July 2nd, we will make our avatars as Bacons from 2017. To celebrate National 2017 Day, we will play original games like Natural Disaster, 𝓕𝓲𝓷𝓪𝓵, Tycoons, Fashion, Famous, and more. We will be respectful and kind on this day. You don't have to participate if you don't want to, but please spread the word. Attention all.
Have you ever noticed that every school has copies of the same exact people? Because when I was younger, I transferred to a school where I thought I didn't know anyone. But on my very first day, at 8 a.m. in the morning, I see a girl in my class wearing pajamas with her hair up in a bun eating hot Cheetos. So I was like, wait, I think I went to school with this girl. But then I saw her face and it was a completely different person. I was shocked because I never would have thought there was multiple people that do this, especially at 8 a.m. in the morning. But then it got weirder because I saw my own doppelganger and we recognized each other right away because he was the kid who wouldn't talk because he wanted to seem mysterious and nonchalant when in reality, everyone just thought he was weird for not talking. Like, that's literally my twin. When I saw him, I was like, don't worry, bro. You don't have to pretend with me. I see the real you. Have you ever noticed that every...
$1 billion now, but my stepmom will die? You have to choose a second option. Was I blind for 10 years for no reason, Mom? Listen, I want you to get some money. Each of you has a choice now. Yo, what do you have? Choosing between 5 years of no talking for $500K or being blind for 10 years for 10 years of popularity. Hey, have you decided yet? No, I haven't.
What's the smartest way you've tested your daughter's boyfriend? When my daughter Lily brought home her threats, but by all struggles.
Our sleeping exam starts now. Take out your pillows. I'm gonna get an A.
If I ever go to prison, I'm definitely not surviving because I was just talking to this guy I met on the bus and he was telling me about his past and how he went to prison a couple times because he used to rob gas stations. So out of curiosity, I asked him what prison was like, but I shouldn't have done that because after I said that, he chuckled a little bit and I said, why are you laughing? And he goes, I'm laughing because they would have liked you in prison. So I say, what does that mean? And he responds with, let's just say, a lot of the guys in prison would have thought you were real pretty. What? So basically he's saying if I ever go to prison, I'm cooked. But this made me realize that if I'm ever in a situation where I either have to snitch or go to prison, I'm snitching on everyone. Grandma, dog, cat, I don't care. I'm snitching. Because from the way that man on the bus was laughing, I don't think I last a day in there. If I ever go to prison...
Can you follow one rule for $1 million? Heck yeah. Don't go into the...
Oh no, isn't today April Fool's Day?
I'll be nice.
I'm cool.
What's up, y'all? It's Nicki Minaj. What did y'all get?
Bish, I can't hear you.
Emily, can you talk louder?
Ugh, she's so stupid. That's the reason why she got cheated. Oh, well, it's not my fault.
Babe, I have something to tell you.
Wassa.
Actually, I cheated on you for your cousin. Happy April Fool.
Oh crap.
Oh my god, oh my god. Hi.
Could look straight into the webcam and say Dua Lipa is the greatest pop star in history for me, please.
Dua Lipa is the greatest pop star in history.
Mom, look. Am I supposed to find this funny?
What's the scariest thing about being a male? I was always taught that men don't cry. When my dad caught me sobbing after my dog died, he said, man up, boys don't show weakness. I was, until one day you realize you've spent your whole...
You're gonna die in 24 hours. What? I didn't even get to turn 12. I need to tell my friends. Crimson, I'm leaving.
Does this mean Boo will be single?
What? Dave, can we go to KFC together?
I need to go home. I'm about to pee my pants.
But today is my last day alive.
Stop with the jokes, man.
My life means nothing to
me, but you still have 20 days.
We need to reverse this.
A 3%.
Have you ever met someone whose face doesn't I just found out that. Have you ever met someone whose face doesn't match their personality? Because there's this guy that always goes to the gym at the same time as me, and he's built like the Hulk. Like, he is terrifying, and he has an angry resting face. So I've never talked to him because of how intimidating he is. But one time, I was working out on the machine next to him, and after I finished my set, I feel someone tap on my shoulder, and it's this monster of a man. So I'm thinking, well, someone tell my family I love them. But then he opens his mouth, and he's like, hey man, I saw you working out. You're crushing it. Do you think you could spot me for my bench press? So I took a big exhale and was thinking, wait, you didn't come over here because you're gonna eat me for extra protein? Because I expected him to act way more scary. But the most funny part is we started having a conversation and he told me he's a dentist. Like, imagine having The Rock as your dentist. I wouldn't be eating any candy.
Who cares?
I just found out that some people I used to go to school with thought that I've been dead for years. Because I was at the store and I saw one of my friends from my old school. But when we made eye contact, he looked so surprised to see me. So I said, what's up to him? And he told me he thought I passed away a while back. So I was like, huh? What made you think that? But then he explained it to me and it all made sense because when I was younger, I randomly switched schools one day, but I didn't tell any of the people at my current school that this was happening. So one day, all of a sudden, I just wasn't there anymore. So my classmates thought I passed away. But then I said to him, that's kind of extreme to assume I just passed away because I stopped showing up, isn't it? But then he was like, well, yeah, but the last couple of days you were at school, you were saying how you felt really sick. So we just assumed you caught some disease and passed away. Now I kind of want to just go find my old classmates in public and stare at them as if I was a ghost. I just found out that some people I used to go to school with thought that I've been dead for years. Because I was at the store and I saw one of my friends from my old school. But when we made eye contact, he looked so surprised to see me. So I said, what's up to him? And he told me he thought I passed away a while back. So I was like, huh? What made you think that? But then he explained it to me and it all made sense because when I was younger, I randomly switched schools one day, but I didn't tell any of the people at my current school that this was happening. So one day, all of a sudden, I just...
Guess what, baby? Goodbye. I'm finally free. Finally free from this misery. Anyways, jokes aside, here's the entire list. Here's the entire list. Here's all the cringe shorts. This one I marked as like 150. Look, you could see that all of them is like, sorted by 30. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, but this is probably the worst challenge I have ever done this far. Look how many normal shorts I had to pass through. Like, I don't understand. Like, I spend all this entire live stream suffering throughout this entire live stream watching the worst shorts made by humanity. I mean, it's alright if you have like different opinions about YouTube shorts, but for me, I'm glad I'm out of this hellhole. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. And I can't handle it anymore. Goodbye, everyone. I'm never doing this challenge ever again. 2 live streams is enough, okay? Love you guys. Bye. Love you. Bye. Love you.